Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba, does it again!
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go, three-pointer!
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot!
Watford for the win!
Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Taney's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What is going on, gentlemen? How's the night going?
We'll figure it out. Looking like we're tracking around 8-9, 9-9, with New Mexico maybe being the decider. So sitting at 8-6 right now, after starting 2-4 to the 2-5 to the night. So I'll take that. Going 6-1 the rest of the day. Pending Western Illinois, probably a loss. So 8-7. Illinois minus 9.5, South Carolina plus 14.5, TCU plus 7. So that's probably most likely going to be a 9-9 with, like I said, New Mexico plus 2.5 to make the night fruitful. And in the green, that'll be a fun little sweat here on the Pump Fake Pod to see if I'm in the green or red tonight. But not if I lose, not too bad of a night. So
I'm still trying to pull my picks up, so you can go ahead. I know you're having a fire night, so.
Yeah, finally it's been well, I guess Saturday was a good day, but other than that, it's been a minute. Sweating 6 more points out from the Badgers and then LSU plus 10. But 5-0, Cincy, Miami under, Northwestern, Southern Illinois, and then Oklahoma State. So thank God. Let's hopefully finish it out strong here. That would be sick.
yeah, good shit, bro. Let's go. Elliot, what do you got? Are you struggling back there still, or?
Yeah, we're struggling still, but we're good. We're good. Started out 4-1. Was on Marquette minus 13.5. Baylor plus 2.5. Don't know how that hit, but what's up? Georgia Tech plus 8.5. Minnesota money line. Good battle on that. Trev was my only loss in that window. St. Louis money line came back from the dead. The gambling gods repaid me for that UNO collapse, so I got the St. Louis resurrection today. So all is right in the world. So 4-1, then I hit Oklahoma State, fuck the points. I was on plus 11, didn't need them. 5-1, Southern Illinois money line, 6-1, Troy money line, 7-1. Looks like Western Illinois is not going to hit. Is that what you're saying?
Probably not. No.
7-2. Tennessee LSU under 139.5. Looked like it was pretty good in the first half. I don't know what the score is now. I was locked into the
2-point game now for Western Illinois, by the way. They were down 9.
Wisconsin team total. I've got some other ones pending though. I've got quite a bit pending actually. Wisconsin team total over 80.5. I took that in honor of Trevor. Got it a little 1 point less. Louisville.
Yeah, I heard you guys. I was surprised you guys weren't on Washington. I was.
No, I was all over Wisconsin. I didn't end up. I guess not all over. I didn't bet it, but I
warms my heart.
I like the team total angle more than I like the.
Dude, Kamari McGee is going fucking nuts tonight, and Blackwell. How about Duke? Easy again. Just if we'd just been blind backing him the entire year, I feel like we'd be sitting well over 70% on them.
Yeah, I mean, I bet Duke a lot. I did bet Miami tonight, hand up, but is this going to be trouble for them in March? Just playing these type of teams, and then you're going to have to, once you hit the Sweet 16 or something, even around a 32 team from a better P5 school that's a little gritty. Or
yeah,
hell,
we were,
like an A10 school like VCU or some shit. I don't know. Like what?
They're really good defensively. Like I was watching the Bet US show this morning with Corby. Craig has said he went back to 2003 on KenPom before he found a team that had a higher net rating than what Duke has this year. I'm going to factor in a little bit to the ACC just being historically bad this year, for their standards. They're just beating the shit out of teams. But I think we were talking about this on Krim's show last night too. I think Duke is like a Sweet 16 or Elite 8 loss this year. Just play nobodies, and then, like you said, you play a gritty team, a tough team. It's going to backfire.
Yeah, Elliot and I were on Georgia Tech. That was an outright winner. So
Oh yeah,
I pussied out on that. I don't know why.
I was on two outright winners. I was on Oklahoma State and Georgia Tech. Didn't moneyline sprinkle either of them, but it would made the plus money or the plus the points no sweat for sure.
Yeah, good win there. And I stayed with Iowa State. Come on, yeah. I mean, let's see if we can get in the green. Looks like you guys had a good night. I do got to tout a little bit. I did hit 60 units. I've never done that before, ever. This has been a fire year thanks to the Pump Fake Pod. I'm looking at my stats. Last year I ended at 48 units. I did get up to 55, but I did lose some in March Madness at the end of March Madness. And then the year before that, 33. Year before that, 11 units. So we've slowly increased. Let's try to keep the 60 to end the year and not go in the red a little bit like we did in March last year. So I do got to tout that. I'm feeling pretty good. I was feeling pretty good about myself yesterday. So
yeah, as you should.
It's a good year.
But I will brag because that's what we do here in this freaking gross industry that's full of touts. But guess what? No dub club, no paywall, no nothing. Free show. You guys can fade, tail, whatever you want. And we put our cojones on the table doing that. So, but I'm feeling great. So,
I don't blame you. You surpassed me. I was up 52 units 2 years ago with big bets on St. John's. I think I was at 47 units, 48, something like that. And I was 47. I put five units on UConn first half against San Diego State just to I was like, well, I'll either be up 42 units or I could go over 50 this year, and came through. So that was my best year. Last year I finished in the negative, but yeah. We'll hopefully we'll figure it out this year. We'll finish up top. 60 units is nothing to sneeze at. So nice work.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I was only up 2 point something at the end of 2024 to start the year. So that January was big.
That's right. Cash that Wisconsin team total over.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hope at least my 15.5 pick works out. They should. They're up, what, 40, 30? 30?
Yeah, 31, 83, 52.
Ooh, I see 84, 54.
Oh, you're 84, 56. You're ahead of me. Fuck you.
What, up for the month?
What?
We're talking
84.
We're talking about
the
game, Wisconsin.
Oh, I was like, you guys place way more bets than fucking 120 this month.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I mean, the last 2 Saturdays alone definitely has hit that number.
Yeah,
and a little more.
Well, should we hop into it? I'm not sure we'll make it through the whole thing before I skedaddle out of here, but we'll get through it.
I was going crazy. Hold on.
Going crazy for the Boston Lehigh game.
Do you have some terriers or no? Do you have terriers? What's your dog? No, not the dog, not terriers. There's Boston with that 3.5 fucking number again. How many times have they caught or laid 3.5 points this season?
Feel like a lot.
It's every year or every year, every game with Boston. And there it is, the 130.5 with them too. That's the most stale line in all of college basketball. They beat Lehigh at home. I don't like taking. I might just do my live bet under there on that. I love doing that. This is my live bet angle on taking an under. If that shit gets even close to 140, don't care how fast it's starting off. You see that with Boston. First 5 minutes of the game, first 10 minutes of the game, you watch that shit, bet the full game under the first half. If the pace is there, if it's above that 130, but I'll still lean the under, taking it just because it's Boston.
Yeah, Boston beat Lehigh earlier this year. Lehigh's been absolutely awful. They're laying points, though, but it's not like it's a big deal. It's Boston. I kind of like Boston anyway. I mean, been playing a little bit better. I mean, not great on the road. They haven't won on the road, I don't think, all year. Oh, no, they beat Maine on the road. Maine and UMBC. They show up at home, don't show up on the road, but they're off a 44-point game. I mean, Lehigh's defense isn't that great, and I'm not saying it's great or anything, but no, I'll Benedict. Give me Lehigh. Lehigh at home, forced turnovers, revenge spots. Boston can't win on the road. I'll take Lehigh. No bet.
You just went from I like Boston here all the way to Lehigh? That's the road we took on?
Yeah, I just had to think it out verbally for a sec.
Okay.
I was looking at these earlier. Before I saw the line on this, I liked Lehigh. They lost to Boston on the road by 5. Now Boston's coming in. They got a big one against Lafayette to end the season. Boston off that kind of grinded out 48-44 loss to American. I like Lehigh, but at this 3.5 number, I'd probably lean towards the points with Boston. But give me Lehigh money line is how I'll play this. I don't know if I'm actually going to bet this just because that money line price is probably going to be too high. I see that -3.5 probably coming down though. I think a lot of people will be on Boston.
I think it already moves, and I think already people are on Lehigh. So I think looking at it, I saw some 2.5s there, but we'll see. I'll take Boston, man. If you guys end up taking Lehigh, I'll bat at you. But you know me, I'll do those live unders for Boston all year.
Hell yeah.
What up, Matt? What up, everyone? Everyone popping in. What up, Julian? Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Julian's looking at Gonzaga. I kind of like Santa Clara. I want to bet one of these night games. It's been a good day, so kind of want to bet something else today. Need something to sweat out tonight.
You about to be sweating this Tennessee LSU as it comes down the stretch.
Have you lost a game tonight, or are you undefeated?
Yeah. LSU plus 10 is the last bet I had.
What is that, 6-0 you said, right?
Yes.
Woo! Western Illinois with a 3 to tie it up.
My God!
Who tied?
Western
the Leathernecks.
Dude, that would propel my night into the green regardless. Come on, let's go. Not the Leathernecks. They've been down all game.
Yeah.
1 second left.
Joe in the chat right there. He's on Santa Clara plus 6.5 in the over. It's plus 250. I don't mind that parlay. I'm on both actually individually. I think if Gonzaga runs away with it, this is probably going to be a high-scoring battle, and it might be like a 95, 82, 84 type of game. So I think the over will soar, but I'm hoping Santa Clara stays in it and I can win both of them.
Yeah, you know what? I like Santa Clara last night. I'll take Santa Clara. Sorry, Julian. Not fading. You're just going to go with what I had last night.
I picked Santa Clara just due to them being like the kryptonite to Gonzaga, but at that point, I don't know. So the line's just kind of hung there.
Gotta imagine Gonzaga's getting absolutely pounded. Bounce back, revenge. Still sitting at 6.5. Yeah, 61% of bets, 67% of money. Oh, here we go. They're the last leg to everyone's money line parlay tonight. 90% of bets, 82% of money.
on Zag moneyline.
Mm-hmm. Dogs have been barking all day.
Yeah, I mean, except for some games, but like TCU. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna ride out my New Mexico pick. I may join you on Santa Clara, but I'm just gonna ride out the New Mexico pick.
Sounds good.
What we got next?
Mercer at East Tennessee.
Mercer's terrible. I hate laying this many points with East Tennessee State. At home, it's a little more comforting. They only won by 2 on the road last time.
Yeah, that was when Mercer was playing it was playing a lot better, though. Mercer was playing kind of pretty decent there at the beginning of the conference. But if you look like last month and a half, they've really struggled. So I am tempted to lock this up. And last home game for ETSU, got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors. Looks like a couple maybe hurt, but I'm tempted to lock this one up at the 8.5 number. I think they could win by double digits here, similar to that UNC Greensboro game they had at home last Wednesday.
I'll go with you here on that too. They're better at ETSU is just kind of better at home, good home spot, and yeah, Mercer. You don't need to tell me. I know Mercer sucks. That team is fucking flat out dick, dude. Absolute dick. They haven't been able to cover games. They beat the Citadel. They did beat UNC Greensboro, I guess, in the middle of January. But yeah, Elliot, like to your point, in February they haven't been able to do anything. Given that they've played the top teams though in this conference, I'll give them credit there. But ETSU's also one of them. So I think they give this game away. They lose by 12. Although I don't love laying points with ETSU. This matchup of a slow pace, better defense, it just makes me eat up, just like Kent State tonight, which I'm pissed I didn't end up betting.
Me too.
The easiest bet of the night.
Me too. Yeah, I mean, if you going further into that, you look at the last month. Literally, their 2 wins are against the Citadel. Those are their
and
two
UNC G'd ended January, but not February. Yeah. But look at the teams they played. I mean, Wofford's probably the worst one outside of VMI, but they played the good teams.
I would rank East Tennessee State in that category.
I would rank them better than Wofford, maybe even too.
Yeah.
Mustafa Amzil's warming up for New Mexico, so it looks like he'll play. He's been out.
Well, I hate my play now.
I'll take East Tennessee State. Last time these two played, it was a 2-point spread. They won by 2. Final home game, they got 6 seniors on the team. Looks like 4 that actually play, but the other guys do get some minutes. I'll take East Tennessee State. I think they fuck them up. Last home game, Mercer hasn't been great. Their 2 wins since January 22nd have been against Citadel. They've been losing by significant margin as of late too. I mean, 17 to Greensboro, 9 to VMI, 24 to Furman, 11 to Wofford, 21 to Samford, 9 to Chattanooga. So I'll take East Tennessee State in this one. Last home game. Rock Mercer's just falling flat on their face down the stretch.
Word.
Duquesne at LaSalle. Pretty sure this is Dunphy's last home game, isn't it?
No, I got one more at St. Joe's on last Saturday of the year, March 8th. I know.
They did just host his retirement announcement though.
I did see that.
Did they get up? Haven't played each other yet this year.
Oh, fuck. Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia. Duquesne's a much different team when they're on the road than they are at home. I mean, welcome to college basketball, right? But they did only lose Dayton at UD by 1. Now they're laying points. Play with some fucking pride, so. these teams. I'll take LaSalle catching a point, but
Duquesne hasn't won a road game since January 15th, and that was their only road win, and that was George Washington. They beat them by 8.
yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, they're different team on the road. I said.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying. I mean, like even lost to Fordham on the road, Richmond on the road. Like they haven't been good. DePaul smoked them too. Let's not forget. I'll take LaSalle here. I think last couple home games. I think the team gets up. Although is Duquesne laying points for a reason on the road?
I don't know. I'll be on the South money line. I think this is kind of a similar spot to the Illinois State Southern Illinois game tonight. That same 1.5 line with the away team laying it. Maybe they can get up, get a win like Southern Illinois did tonight. So I'll be on the South money line. Who knows if I'll bet it? We'll see what else we get through in this slate, and I'll see what I have else in these windows, and possibly could be betting the South money line. Ride with Fran Dunphy.
Let's go Explorers. I mean, remember Duquesne's run last year, and then they did lose to Illinois pretty easily, but they beat the shit out of BYU. Fucking stomped their ass. I mean, they gave it up in the second half a little bit, but let's see a run like Salle, because Keith Ambrose gone now. He's retired, so he's not a coach anymore. We could see it with Dunphy.
Yeah, and with Munson last year at Long Beach State.
Yep.
Could be a little get up spot. Boys will be. I mean, I know they'll be playing for Dunphy. That's for sure. So.
Yeah,
Presbyterian.
Coaching though, this is what I'm talking about though.
Okay.
He's at Eastern Washington, which that team sucks. But yeah, I'm talking about like more retiring. Look, come on, get up for Dun.
Presbyterian's at Asheville. Asheville's laying 6.
Asheville, old Cashville, last Saturday.
Yeah, that
was sweaty. Now they're laying this. They're just a much better team at home. They haven't lost at home in conference play. They've only lost on the road. I'll take Asheville. They spoil Presbyterian. I do like taking Presbyterian as a dog though. It worked out Saturday for Radford outright winner. They covered against Winthrop. They covered against Longwood. Don't know about Charleston Southern. I know they covered against Upstate, High Point, or not High Point. So they are covered machines. I think they let one go. Give me Asheville at home.
Yeah, I'll take Asheville. I'm not a big fan of Presbyterian, but I don't really have a good feel on them. I haven't watched any games this year, so I'll take Asheville or nothing. No bet for me.
Yeah, this number seems pretty short for an Asheville 6.
I don't know. Presbyterian's been kind of respected. They've been catching that like 7 number against like the team. I mean, maybe it feels a little short, but
yeah, I'll be on UNC Asheville here. With the number, I don't know if I'll necessarily bet it. I was going to try to look at the Big South real quick, but you can go to the next game while I look.
Sparty at Maryland. Maryland's laying 3. The Crab Five laying 3. What's up, Danny?
oh man, this game's awesome. Please tell me it's on Peacock. Good. Big Ten Network.
Better than Peacock.
Big 3 LSU.
All right. What do you got? What do you guys got? You go first.
They haven't played this year yet, have they?
No.
Haven't. Back-to-back road games. Just played Michigan. Maryland at home is really, really good.
How many times has Tom Izzo covered this number, though?
I know. He just caught 3.5 and went out right by 13.
Caught 6 against Illinois.
I just don't think
Caught
they
the same
respect the
number
team.
against UCLA, and they still covered with the loss.
Maryland needs this game.
Do they?
Yeah, if they lose this, they can pretty much kiss a chance at the Big Ten goodbye. So that'll put them 3 games behind. Michigan State would have to lose to Wisconsin, Iowa, and Michigan would have to lose, which is pretty much they can't because they play Sparty yet. I just wish it wasn't 3. I see 3.5 now. Shit.
Last game before March is the last time I'm going to fade Izzo. I will be on Maryland. I'll just do Maryland money line. I think they, like you said, Trevor, they get up at home. They play really well at home. Clearly, their only conference losses, all 5 of them have been on the road. At home, they've taken care of business. I will be on Maryland money line. It's not March quite yet, and then as soon as March hits, it'll be back Izzo until he's done.
But I don't want to lay 3.5.
Why?
It's a big number to cover against Sparty, but fuck it, I'll do it. They need this game. They're really good at home. I'll take Maryland. I think it's a little weird that
Oh man, I just feel like Maryland's that team that's like everyone's like, this team's feisty. It's got the analytics and the chance to do so well in the tournament, and then they're a 4 seed in this tournament, and they lose to the 13 outright. I've seen that so many times. Hand up, that was me with Auburn last year against Yale. Like, they fit the mold. Are they getting too much hype and respect? I think so, but I think it applies more so on March, and they solidify the noise of everyone being like, it's time to take Maryland and ride the Maryland train. And I think that bubble will burst in March. I can see it already. Well, Seth Davis got fired from CBS, so he can kiss my fucking ass. But he fucking talks shit about IU all the time. Talks shit. He's just a whiner too. Glad he got fired. He's definition of that guy would be like, Maryland, you got to take Maryland, and then he curses this team. So I'll take Maryland. I'm gonna watch the line movement. I'm hoping it's good. I'm with you, Trevor. It maybe gets down, but I'll still lay it with 3 if it hangs there.
Yeah, I will. I think 3 will be the highest I go. I don't know. Maybe if it keeps moving up, I'll take Maryland.
Mike,
I'm going to be on Maryland one way or another.
He knows my facial expressions, and then me going last there, he knew what I was doing, but I can't do it. I can't do it. So I backed Michigan State a lot too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll take
Michigan
Maryland.
Michigan State off the big road win against Michigan, their rival. That's the other angle we haven't even brought up or talked about.
I mentioned it was a big spot for them. Now they're hitting the road, back-to-back road games off of that game.
But look if you can look at the other games. They win on the road to Illinois. They don't lay an egg against Purdue at home, and then they beat Purdue.
Illinois sucks.
Don't lay an egg against Michigan.
Illinois sucks. Purdue's
a
starting
road
to
win in the Big Ten is no joke. Don't care who you're playing. That's a big win. They were catching 6.5.
Yeah, and it was never close. I guess Illinois had that big lead, but after they had that big lead, they got outscored by like 30.
Yeah, Terry
that point
Shannon
on.
Jr. banner. It was cursed, but don't act like that's
They blew a 17-point lead.
don't
Like
act like
5
that's
minutes.
that's an easy win or a shitty team. That's a big win.
I
road
don't
win.
believe in the Illinois team.
Well, I'm not saying
We
that.
will
I'm
agree
saying
to disagree, but
that's a big win for them not from being able to bounce back. Like you win them big on the road, you don't lay an egg at home against one of the top teams in the conference after they've lost so many games in a row, and then you don't lay another egg against your road rival on the way. I mean, that's a big win, dude.
Fair. I'll give you that. Oh, here we go, LSU turnover. Come on.
You're looking good, Trev.
Yeah, I'll take Maryland. Please go in. Oh, big 3, LSU, so clutch. Georgetown at UConn.
You just saw that.
Shut the fuck up. My internet's went out while I was mid-talk. I'm sure I glitched out when I was talking about it, and then everybody was spinning on the screen, and then it came back. My internet glitched out for a minute, but yeah, Maryland.
I don't think I want to bet this game. Fuck.
George, you guys saw Sorber's out, obviously.
Yeah.
They basically are off of a home loss at MSG.
Yeah, but when's the last time they covered this number?
I get it, but Georgetown's just not been good.
DePaul, January 1st. They covered the number.
Back-to-back road games. They played Sunday in Nebraska at Creighton. Now they're going to go all the way to the East Coast to play UConn. Lost at Butler by 11. Lost at Xavier by 5. Lost at Providence by 10, which that's whatever. But, I mean, St. John's, they kept it within 5. 8 points at Marquette. It's kind of just I don't know. I want to start believing in this UConn team, but fuck.
Ugh. Take a look at him. He's bitching about Illinois being a bad team. Now he's just trying to defend a 12.5 UConn spread. You're out of your fucking mind. So,
I have 2 futures on UConn, so I have to. I really want to believe that they fucking show back up eventually.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah, I'll be on UConn minus 12.5. I'll lay it. Don't know if I'll bet it though. Just big number. We've seen UConn kind of not cover these numbers throughout this whole 2025 already. So we'll see. But yeah, you're right. Georgetown's banged up. But I don't really feel like I want to bet it. But it'll be UConn minus 12.5 or nothing for me.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. I don't love them to trust this number, but I kind of feel like they kind of drill the fuck out of Georgetown, man. I think this Georgetown team's been somewhat gritty towards the end of the season, but they win one, they lose one, which is scary for my cap. But they have a tough end of the season, man. This will be a tough end for Georgetown's season, and I think it's a close game for a little bit, and Connecticut still covers this number, and probably catch a good live angle for them as well too. Been able to do that just like last game, like Villanova when they came back and won and covered the number.
Shit, almost covered that number. That was crazy.
Over one. Well, they covered like the live. Like I took them live as well. Like.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying like that was
plus
crazy.
4.5 plus 6.5.
They almost covered the minus 7.5.
How much did Florida lose by? I had plus 6.5 available, and then I
think they lost by like 7 or 8.
I got greedy and took the plus 350 money line. So if it didn't hit, I feel better about it. But
they lost by 5, 83-88.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take UConn here. I mean, see if I end up betting it. I just don't want to fall for this soup again, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I will say Mike in the
I'm
chat
with you.
he brings up so team total might be the play. Possibly, I would say Georgetown is a pretty good defensive team. I think it's more of UConn's going to be able to shut down Georgetown, and that's where you're going to get the big spread coming from. I don't know what the number would be, but just be careful with that Georgetown.
That'll be
to Clark's point too. Georgetown without Sorber, they play a lot faster too. So very well could be an overlook the more I think about it. But for me, just the UConn minus the 12.5.
What would this total be? Like 80, 78, 79?
No.
I
100.
don't think so.
No, it'd be 70.
Be like 75, 76.
Yeah, 77 to 63.
76 and a half, 77 and a half.
67.
Don't you just chop the total in half and then add 12?
Oh, I'm
As a
talking
favorite.
about. Are you asking about UConn or Georgetown? Because UConn is
UConn.
76, 77 chopped around.
Oh, 70. I'll take that. I'll be on that.
It'll be
76 and a half?
it'll be 70 and it'll definitely be 77 to 78 by the time it's released to you. No Dicky, but
Yeah. No,
I'm just being
No,
for real.
you're real. I'll put down 77 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it moves past 77 much, but yeah, I'd rather just lay it too. I don't know. I can see that angle. I mean, fuck, I took the over in St. John's UConn. It was 138 and a half. It ended up at 159, 160, almost 160, 157.
Speaking of an easy bet, Western Illinois Leathernecks, cash it.
Cash
There
it.
you go.
Ben.
86, 81.
Here I am. I was counting that as a loss already. So yeah, I'm 9-6 now. But South Carolina, Illinois probably going to cash. So 10-6 there, and 10-8 with TCU. If New Mexico, if they lose, your boy's still in the green. A little small gain today, but we'll take it. Fuck yeah, baby. Let's go.
Trevor's going to stay undefeated.
Oh, shut your whore mouth. There's still time.
No, you're good, man. They're shooting free throws. Tennessee will just dribble the clock out. You're good.
Foul.
Well, LSU let them.
Foul.
Yeah. They're already. They came back this far. Why would they not just foul?
Jen,
How many
let's
do they get? 3
cash
free throws?
Illinois, Jen. Come on, Jen. Let's go. Cash it. Easy money. Illinois minus 9.5. Iowa sucks.
Shout out Gin play. That was straight Gin play right there.
Who said he's dribbling it out? They fouled him. Oh no. There's 7 seconds left though, Trevor.
Yeah.
I
5-point game.
I needed him to at least make one to make it 4, so or 3. So I feel
You're good. It's a 5-point game.
I feel pretty good. Yeah, I feel fine. Yeah, we're good. Nice. Huge day. Needed it. Bonnie's at Joe's. Joe's laying 6.5.
Oh man, not St. Joseph laying this number. They're much better at home though. Bonnies have fallen off, but they've won 2 in a row, one being on the road already. Oh, I've laid it with St. Joe's recently. It worked out last game, I think. Yeah, they beat Richmond pretty easily. Took them against George Washington. They won outright. Feels like a lot of points for some reason, but the St. Bonaventure team has fallen off. I think their defense can be a solid addition here. I'll take them with the points, the Bonnies. Kind of don't mind that under either. Just don't. This game's gonna be mucked up, getting gross with it. Let's go, Trevor. Cash it.
Let's go.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this on a A10 game, but fuck Peacock.
Oh, yeah,
they play on USA and Peacock and shit.
Yeah. I like when it's on USA and then you get to watch Monk after. It's fantastic. Let's go, Trevor.
LFG.
Is this their first time playing all year? It's interesting.
Damn, why didn't I parlay my entire card today?
All right, don't stop thinking like that. You just want to It's got to be happy for once. My God.
No, I am. Just making a joke. They haven't played this year yet, have they?
No.
Nope.
St. Joe's is good at home.
Arguably,
They're a wagon at home.
Would you rather
Yeah.
have a prayer from a guy named Bonaventure or a guy named Joe?
Joe.
Joe for sure.
I'm on Joe.
Joe's also been playing
Joe's
pretty good too.
snap.
1 by 6, 1 by 11, lost by 1 on the road to Mason, beat LaSalle, St. Louis, convincingly. Lost by 3 on the road at Loyola. Like they've been
Right.
playing. I'll
Here
take
comes
Joe's.
Here comes the schedule game, but I already said that. I said St. Joe's has been hot. The St. Bonaventure's fallen off, but I think it runs out. I think there's too many little possessions. Bonaventure can creep into this, and they actually have pretty good defense too. This is going to be a defensive-ass game.
Nah. St. Joe's. Lay it. They've covered this number every single game at home this year. Give me St. Joe's.
They covered
68.
every single number at home.
Like 59. 68, 59.
In conference,
Did
at
they
least.
cover against VCU? I mean, that's VCU. They lost outright. Did they
kept it
cover
within single digits at
against
least.
Duquesne at home?
Duquesne's a
Or-
win. Like whatever.
Whatever.
We just took
Dukes,
LaSalle.
man.
You said Duquesne's a wagon. You just said what? You just took LaSalle. I mean, I got the receipts. I'm just wondering. I took St. Joe's last 2 times in a row. I'm changing it up. Go Bonnies.
Is Vodtech going to pull this out?
St. Joe Guru.
Yeah, I'll take Saint Joe, brother of Saint Nicholas, to get it done.
Oh, shout out
This is-
Buffalo, by the way, too. They're back,
Who?
man. Buffalo. They're back.
I'm glad I laid off that. Did they win?
8 teams are cooked. No, they lost by like 5.
Glad I laid off. What did who'd Miami, Ohio play? Northern Illinois got smoked by like 30, didn't they?
This game
damn it.
sucks. Holy fuck, this game is horrible.
Syracuse has got to be laying points for a reason, right?
I mean, NC State just won at home against Wake Forest. I think NC State's the better team. Syracuse tough to watch, but they might get up for this game at home.
They doing anything? Have they played yet this year?
Eddie Lampkin's senior night, he's going to be really pumped up for his Syracuse transfer. What a good transfer for your last season of eligibility.
They still got Virginia. This ain't senior night yet. He's got another
Okay.
home.
Oh, yeah.
I got
I'm just saying.
I got
I'm just
receipts. I'm just checking.
Hey, don't
You got
get
a
mad
schedule.
at that. But it's still, I'm just saying in general, the senior season transfer to Syracuse for your 5th year. Interesting. Good move.
Yeah, I'll be on Cuse money line for me. I'm not going to overthink it. They're laying points for a reason, as Trevor said. Fade NC State off of Wake. Give me Cuse.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Duke and Louisville, they played pretty tough at home for the most part. I'll take Q's. We'll see if I bet this.
You shouldn't. Yeah, I'll take Syracuse with you.
Eastern Kentucky at North Florida. North Florida's
North
laying a point and a half.
By the way.
Yeah,
What's
I
that?
got it. This is going to be a lot.
Some bracket will be released. I will get that shit fucking typed into our picks page. Oh, by the way, Elliot started off with our viewing guide. Now we're going to get the brackets in there. We will have an ASUN bracket after tomorrow night, by the way. Can't wait.
And I will say this shit is going to be wild. There's about 1,500 and some possibilities of what could happen, of who's going to be facing who, because it's so jumbled up, and because Lipscomb and North Alabama both split the season series, so there's no tiebreaker there. So it's going to come down. It's going to be some weird, funky shit. Just know that all the teams that are up at the top are going to have to win, or are going to want to win, especially with these being home court. It's not a neutral site tournament. This is a home court tournament. So everybody's, I would look to possibly back the teams that are up towards the top of the conference, because they're going to be playing with a lot of fight. North Florida, on the other hand, they've already possibly locked in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a 7, 8, 9, something like that. but Eastern Kentucky's still fighting. So I like Eastern Kentucky here. Off that tough loss to Jacksonville, State in Florida. I'll take EKU plus the 1.5.
Yeah, I'll agree with you here. I kind of worried though. I think North Florida is a much better team at home, given they lost to North Alabama and Florida Gulf Coast. But those are good teams. One of them being a rivalry, so that is a little scary to me. North Florida at home, but I'm kind of with you. They're a young team. This team's got a good future if they don't lose some people to the transfer portal, which probably will happen. But they got a bright future ahead. Eastern Kentucky off 2 losses in a row after playing 9 games in a row, 10 games in a row after they won to a slow start to the season. So hopefully we get the good Eastern Kentucky team because they are a Jekyll and Hyde as fuck team.
I will say just one other point quickly is that Jacksonville likes to really slow the pace down and kind of muck it up, whereas North Florida likes to speed up the tempo and play fast. I think that fits to the Eastern Kentucky game more than the Jacksonville game. I think that's where they really struggled against Jacksonville. So I like the fact that that pace of game kind of fits Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, I'll take Eastern Kentucky to finish strong. I mean, they shoot free throws really well. Florida fouls a shit ton. Eastern Kentucky's their 3-point defense has been better in conference play than it was overall this season. North Florida, very helter-skelter and hit or miss. If they're not hitting shit, they're fucked. It's their last game at home, but I think Eastern Kentucky gets a win here. They finish strong, and North Florida kind of falls flat a little bit in this one, especially off of the in-state Florida Gulf Coast game. I'll take Eastern Kentucky with you.
What's EKU's road record? Great question. In conference play, they've lost 4 road games, and they're 4-4.
4-4.
Yeah. They got to get positive or earn the green on the road.
North Florida's 2 good wins in conference play too have been Jacksonville. I mean, otherwise Stetson, Queens, Central Arkansas, and Bellarmine. They haven't stepped up against good competition either. I'll take Eastern Kentucky.
They're young. I think they'll like I said, they'll figure it out. They got a bright future. Just hopefully that fucking transfer portal doesn't ruin them.
I'm interested to see what you guys think in this next game.
See what's next.
Anybody want? I mean, I can start.
Go ahead.
I kind of like Northern Iowa to just fuck them up. Did they play this year already or no? No, they have not. Oh yeah, they did. They lost by 27 at home. Now, they haven't, outside of the Bradley win, they really haven't. They did beat Drake, I suppose, but that was at home. Bradley was on the road, so I'll give them that one. But both good wins. But other than that, they haven't done shit since January 29th in that Bradley win. Lost to Indiana State, Illinois State, Southern Illinois, Murray State, beat Missouri State and Evansville. Like, that's about it. Like, their wins aren't great. Northern Iowa just had that Drake win, and then they fouled at the buzzer and lost in overtime. I think they come out just pissed off and get this one done. Considering it's their last home game, they're going to Bradley after this. So I get it's a potential little bit of a look ahead spot, but I think they're just pissed off after giving that game away against Drake. I think they come out and steamroll Illinois Chicago tomorrow, personally.
Elliot?
Seems like a pretty big number. Last home game for a UNI squad. I know UNI is pretty young though. I mean, is Titan Anderson? Does he have another year left? I can't remember if he's already used his COVID year.
I don't know
or not. Yeah, I'll lay it. Big number though makes me a little bit nervous. Just with that 7.5, but I think Trevor's on the right side. I think they know that they gave that one up, and I think they're gonna go out and give Titan a good win on senior night, one to remember. They just dropped that Drake game. I think they're gonna freaking lay it to Illinois Chicago. And like me and you have talked about, Huffer, Illinois Chicago has just struggled down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. The fans better come out gritty. They were fucking pissed off after that. So was I. So, all right, you guys said it. Let's go Northern Iowa. I'll just update in the picks page. That's why I was letting you guys go. But
Vandy at A&M.
what's the line here?
6.5. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Lay it. Let's see. Texas A&M, not their last home game. It is against Auburn. I think you blow that game against Tennessee. Wasn't too worried about it. I think Tennessee clashes with their play and dominates their play style. Vanderbilt off a big win as well. Beating Ole Miss at home. I know that they can force turnovers. They can get into transition, which I like with these teams, especially catching that many points. But I think if A&M can combat their turnover issues on offense, they win this game. And let's hope that their defense just mucks up Vanderbilt. So I will lay it with A&M.
Yeah, they do have Florida on deck on the road, by the way. But like you said,
no opportunity to look ahead at all in the SEC, in my opinion.
Like we've said that the entire year. There's no look ahead in the SEC. I think it's a get right spot for A&M. I think I saw Joe in the chat said the line already moved up to 7.5. I'll lay it with Texas A&M here. Vanderbilt does like to keep these close, so I'm not sure if I'll end up betting this. But Vanderbilt off that good home win against Ole Miss, they good Texas A&M who just dropped that home game. I think Texas A&M with the point, laying the points in the spot.
Yeah, I mean, Vandy on the road also hasn't been great this year either.
Yep.
They're just not good. Their rebounding's not terrible, but A&M just lost at home. They dominate the glass. Tennessee couldn't miss from 3. They were 13 to 27. They both shot 18 to 20 at the line, so nothing there. But I just don't see Vanderbilt being able to bang with them on the glass. To be honest, I mean, they get their work done at home, and then they struggle on the road. They beat LSU on the road. Okay, that's about it. LSU, Vodtech are their only road wins this year. I think A&M kind of just puts it to them, just manhandles them a little bit on the offensive end and on the glass and whatnot, and play bully ball and get it done. So I'll take A&M. I don't know if I'll bet this though.
All right.
Next.
South Florida's at Temple. Temple's laying 2.5, 152.5 total.
I'll take this one. Temple lost to South Florida on the road in double overtime by 9. Since then, they've dropped, I believe, let me just double check. Yes, since then they've dropped the last 5 games. After that, I think it's a get right spot for them. The only thing I'm concerned about here is Mashburn status. A Mashburn. Anybody have any answers with that? Is he still out with that foot injury? That would be the only concern, but I don't mind laying it even without him.
Again. Yeah, I think he's out again.
Yeah.
Double check.
Doesn't bother me. I'll still lay it with Temple. I'll still lay the 2.5. South Florida is not a very good team in general this year. They've obviously had to go through a bunch of adversity, and especially on the road, they've shown to not be very formidable opponent. So I'll lay it with Temple here. I think this is probably their last game they win. I mean, maybe they beat Tulsa on the road, but I think senior day on Sunday against North Texas is not going to be kind to them. I will say that.
Hopefully this guy gets drafted. Being Jamal Mashburn's son already too.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get a little bit of favoritism for that.
He's also a fucking stud, though.
He is.
Oh yeah, no, he's good, but just based on his last name.
Yeah, I'm with you, Elliot. I'll take Temple here. This South Florida team is so fraudulent, so I hate betting this team. That team stinks. Stinks.
Yeah, Temple for me too. South Florida on the road, no good. Haven't been too impressed with this team. As of late, let me pull this up. Yeah, they're off of North Texas. North Texas is like the what kind? The American is like the American. Yeah, the AAC version of Houston, North Texas. So they do that. They're going to hit the road to Temple, who. Their guard plays elite. Temple's coming off of 6 straight losses too, and they're laying points. And they lost to this team in a double overtime game. That was the Amir Abdul Rahim Remembrance game. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Because I remember you tweeting out you were pissed off because they were down. Because I think you played them, and I remember you.
No, I don't think it was because they were down. It was because they were blowing the fucking game.
They lost.
And
They won.
No, I was on South Florida.
They won in double overtime.
Oh, that's right. They did end up winning that game. Yep.
Yeah. I'll take Temple here. Revenge spot on the road. They've lost 6 straight. They're laying points. South Florida, not great on the road at all. Outside of that crazy UTSA comeback when they were down like 24 points or some shit, and then they won it in regulation. I'll take Temple here.
All right, we're all there together. I'll shout out Illinois here. He mentioned taking the over. Temple's 21-6 to the over this season. One of their games didn't count because they played a D2 team, no line on it. They're 21-6 to the over this season. That over still hit with at Charlotte. They did need overtime to hit that over.
I was about to say, it helps when you played like 5, 7, or like 7 overtime games.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then true to the under, they lost to the under against UAB, but that's not a bad idea. I might choose that over Temple. We'll see. And it's Jen Trevor tweets against every team he bets. Yes,
it's the reverse jinx.
No, it's whatever it is he's on. It's horrible. I don't mind the tweets, but I hate when I'm on the same play as him. He's like, God, this shit's dead. What was the game last night? That was like these fuckers are dead.
UNC Wilmington.
Yep.
Yeah, Wilmington. Hey, look what happened. The second I tweeted out, it lit a fire under their ass.
It's better than you being like, yeah, they're up 10, and
I never call something unless they're up 30 with like a minute left or whatever. You guys know how I operate. It's never fucking over in college basketball.
Go fuck yourself because God, fucking they're getting
blocked your ass.
I'm just getting fucking.
That probably is why. Yeah,
the skull fuck's the best one, dude. That one's hilarious.
Dude, Florida was getting skull fucked. That was the definition of a skull fuck. And then right as I tweeted that out, they're like, you know what? We're done getting skull fucked. We're going to come back and try to win this game.
I like two of my favorite quotes for Trevor are either the I'm getting skull fucked or so-and-so's doing the skull fucking or I'm getting my fucking teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
Those are my two that I love.
The teeth kicked in's a classic.
Or when I'm like, well, he's like, got him. Oh, I'm fucking 6-4, but I easily could have been 8-2 or something. I'm like, why don't you be happy? Like, why don't you let me live my life or some shit? We're going through the Trevorisms here. So
maybe we'll have to do a Mount Rushmore of them or something in the off season.
That we just did. Radford -1.5. You want to take it, Trevor? Because your boy's got to refill his drink.
Yes, sir. Radford. Radford at G-Dub. Have they played yet this year? They did. Radford won by 4 at home. Hitting the road.
Last home game
Gardner-Webb.
for Gardner-Webb, just FYI.
Yeah, they're off of a high point throttling. Longwood got them too. They don't play great at home, but doesn't this line feel a little short?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, or it could just be the fact that, what'd you say, Radford beat them by 4 on the road, or 4 at home? 4 or 5?
Yeah.
So
yeah, but still Gardner-Webb's lost 5 of their last 6. Their 1 wins USC upstate.
I don't know. I'm just saying maybe that's where they got the line. You know, they won by 4, 5, so they took 3.5 off, and there you go for home court. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of the line.
I'll say Gardner-Webb. I think this line's a little weird. I think they get some revenge. They just lost by 23 at home to High Point. This is their last game of the season. They don't want to end on back-to-back losses or just back-to-back embarrassing games. I think they give Radford a game here. I mean, they shoot. Radford does shoot free throws really well in the 3, but Gardner-Webb, if they do something all right, it's defend the 3 a little bit here. There's really not a whole lot right that Gardner-Webb does, but I just think this line's a little weird. A little bit of revenge. And then, like I said, they're coming off of a 23-point throttling. I think they respond and they get back up for this game.
Yeah, I will say that Gardner-Webb does foul a shit ton. So that's the only issue with Radford being good at the free throw line, and they tend to draw a lot of fouls too. So Gardner-Webb should, or will put them on the line a lot. And yes, Jen, Gardner-Webb is in, I can't remember, somewhere in Virginia. And then Radford's obviously in Radford, but it's pretty close. Or it's not like close to Mac. I think it's like 3 hours.
Boiling Springs, North Carolina.
Gardner-Webb's North Carolina, I thought.
Yeah, Boiling Springs.
Yeah, Gardner-Webb's North Carolina. Radford's Virginia. Kind of hate this Gardner-Webb team.
Yeah, I'm staying off of it. I'm not gonna bet this, but I'll be on Gardner-Webb with my pick, Gardner-Webb money line.
I'll take the over, but I'll take Radford on the road. I think they end up getting it done. Rides momentum into the Big South tournament with the last game looming.
I was kind of looking at the conference standings, and they're both kind of in positions. Nobody's really. I don't see either team being like super motivated. I mean, obviously, you're not going to just not try, but it's not like there's a motivated spot.
Okay, but if let's say a team is on top, they have a chance. Is that even more pressure though? You could look at it that way as well too. That they shit the bed. I mean, High Point's got this wrapped up. But Radford could get 3rd place if they win out, and somehow Winthrop loses out, which I don't foresee happening. But well, maybe.
I mean, they split with Winthrop, so I don't know how the tiebreaker goes. But yeah,
probably
I see your
point
point.
Or something. Or
Big South Conference tournament tiebreakers. Let's get into the gross. Head-to-head record against the top-ranked conference team not involved in the tie, going down the standings until the tie is broken. And 2 teams are tied in the standing regular season head-to-head. If the tied teams played each other twice in the regular season and split their games, then each team's record versus the team occupying the highest position in the final regular season standings, or in case of a tie for first place, the next highest position in the regular season standings, and then continuing down through the standings until one team gains advantage. My God. If that doesn't happen and they can't get through it, Wow. They'll be able to get through it. So, whoa, that's interesting. We got the Big South contract up. So the bylaws. We're going through the bylaws.
The nitty gritty of the fucking shit.
And they both lost to High Point. Both times. So that would then we go down to UNC Asheville. Did Radford beat UNC Asheville? They did. They beat them once. But if Winthrop beats them, obviously, yeah. Then if Winthrop would lose out, then yeah, Radford would
Winthrop
go.
lost. But that's interesting though. What if you just play that team once versus twice? Or wait.
Winthrop plays last game of the season against Asheville, so
that's right. That's right.
For them to lose out and tie, that would mean that Radford would go because then Winthrop wouldn't beat Asheville. So you are correct. If Radford wins out here, they can get that as long if Winthrop loses out and Radford wins out. Radford will get the 3 seed.
They got Charleston Southern on deck. I'll take Radford. I kind of like the over here as well too. We'll see what I do. Man, probably Radford.
Notre Dame is at Clemson.
I'm done betting on Notre Dame. Bet them the last 2 games. Worked out once. Didn't the first time. I don't know if I can bet them again.
Last time they were on the road, they beat Boston College in double overtime.
Okay. And
that was nothing. I was just
no. I know. I got what you're saying. Fucking. That's why I was like, what the fuck.
I think this total and this spread implies that Notre Dame does absolutely nothing.
They stink.
People bought into a Pittsburgh win. Well, guess what? Pittsburgh's 2-9 in their last 11 versus Notre Dame, and they haven't won at Notre Dame in like 4 years, something like that. So I think people bought in a little bit to them finally, playing well, putting the whole game together, beating Pittsburgh. But no, I think Clemson fucks them up. I think what's going on, Bill?
So
I think Clemson covers this and this goes under, like well under. Like this is like a 72 to like 54 kind of game.
Well, Rod Z would beg to differ.
Oh, the Rod father's got some stuff.
Each of Clemson's last 6 night games against conference opponents at Little John Coliseum have produced a total of 148 plus points. Take the over.
Well, there's some serious value then. I don't bet totals. Appreciate the thought though, Rod father. And if it goes over, I think Clemson just puts up 100. Wins like 102 to like 64. I think either way you slice it, I think Notre Dame gets fucked up in this game.
Yeah, I like Clemson there, and I'll take the over as well. Maybe even their team total over. I'd have to agree with Mr. Rod Z over there. So, yeah. And what's up, Bill? Let's go. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
But Rod Notre Dame, respectfully. Yeah, they are ass. Marcus Burton is a certified hooper, though. He's good.
Oh, he's a certified shot chucker.
He's good.
He's good. I'll be on Clemson here. I'll lay the 13.5 Clemson. Probably shouldn't be afraid of it. Shouldn't be afraid to lay it. I probably should bet this, but we'll see if I actually do.
Let's go, Jeff Sharp, 11-4 night. Yeah, good night for the fellas. Trevor's on top with the best record. Elliott next. I will be green, but could end up 10-9 depending New Mexico. Let's go, Jeff. 11-4's fire, and yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Rod Wave got shout out on the Pump Fake Pod. Let's go, Heem. Come on.
Anything else in this, or skedaddling on?
Nope.
Notre Dame
is Bucknell is laying 2.5 at Loyola, Maryland.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Loyola's fresh off of that absolute ass whooping on Sunday against Colgate, where they beat Colgate by 19. I know we've said Colgate's ass this year. System with the toothpaste hasn't been very good. We spit it down the sink this year. I'll be on Bucknell here. I think the far superior team here in the Patriot League. I think they're just going to keep it rolling. They got 2 more away games to take care of before conference tournament. I will be on. I'll be on Bucknell. They're playing good. They're playing good ball.
Is this line short to you though, or no?
You're muted.
Yeah, that was my thought. Very low. You got a Loyola Maryland team coming in. They did, like you said, they did just fuck up Colgate, but other than that, go back to January 18th. From then on, they won. They're 3-7 now. Their wins are Boston, Lafayette, and then Colgate. Bucknell's been really, really fucking good. They won 7 of their last 8. The Army loss in that double overtime was the only one, but man, this line feels short. Bucknell beat them by 12 earlier this season. What was the spread in that one?
Yeah, you know what? The line seems short, but I would hate to fade Bucknell. I think they're the far superior team, and I think they do end up getting this done. Might sprinkle a little overtime action here as well too. I did it once with Bucknell, didn't work out, but look how many overtimes game Bucknell's played.
And they played with the shitty teams too.
9 out of the 29 on these short spreads.
You should either do them or Temple.
If you put a unit or a half unit on overtime in every game for Bucknell, and it hits 9 out of 20.
Oh, you're up. You're cooking.
29 times. I think you're okay.
Oh yeah. What's an overtime on? Like
7,
8 to 1?
1,200
12 to 1.
like 12 to 1 or like 15 to 1.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll just go low end. We'll go 12 to 1.
Maybe higher.
You would have to hit 3.
You'd be up 108 units
before
if
you went a unit on each one, and they were just
that
flat.
Would be the most sicko, disgusting. Probably the only person ever to do that, but yeah, that's something to point out there.
You'd be up 88 units roughly, just give or take, obviously, because whatever the odds are. But
right. Some might go even longer too. So
yeah,
those are.
I don't know, the Army.
I like doing
overtime.
First half money or overtimes are fun little darts when you're, having a good day, just sprinkling random shit. So.
Yeah, I'll take Loyola Maryland because this line stinks.
It does.
Earlier this year, they were laying 5 at home, 1 by 12, 2.5 on the road. I'm not. Everything on the board tomorrow.
I'm on Bucknell.
No one's stopping Williamson. I ride with Williamson.
Overtime.
Wish you the best. I'm not betting it.
Overtime, Bucknell wins by 7. Next.
All right, so you're bringing a knife to a gunfight is what we call that.
Yep. Where's your knife at, biatch?
Oh, baby, this game's awesome.
Ole Miss at Auburn.
Fading Auburn is not profitable.
Well, the last 2 home games it has. 3, actually, because they lost to Florida. Then they only beat Arkansas by 7 when they were laying 16. Laid 16 again, 1 by 12.
True. Please come to IU, Chris Beard. Damn it, San Diego State. It seems like a lot of points, does it, for this Ole Miss team, or more so just respect to Auburn?
Auburn's won their last 2 by 19 combined points and lost, so maybe we're getting a discount on Auburn here, but still.
That's what I was going with. The funny thing is that we think this is too many points, but the lines have steadily gone down the last 2 games against Georgia and Oklahoma. So I think you might be right, Trev.
Yeah, but Auburn wins games by forcing turnovers. Mississippi doesn't do that.
No, they're the best.
Auburn could outclass them though a little bit and outmatch them. I think they're more physical than Ole Miss.
On the glass, but Ole Miss is still a pretty good team. Like, they just don't have height, which is the problem. Maybe Janai Broom fucking props, rebounds. Who on Ole Miss is going to just, like, contend with them? Their tallest player is 6'8", 6'9", Malik Dia.
Read that, Trev.
Yes, sir. Finally. Finally needed that. I was threatening to go back into the negative after I crawled out of that 12-unit hole. Went up to 20. Threatened to go negative again, but hopefully back up near 10 after tonight if Santa Clara pulls us out. My season's been just a season of runs. Down, fucking crazy up, down. Now hopefully this is another fucking upside here.
Just like college
Fingers
basketball.
fucking crossed. Yep. So I like to do it and make it interesting throughout the year.
I'll be on Ole Miss plus the points. I think it might be a little too many points. I think there's better games with better value than to bet the teams in the game. But I'll be on Ole Miss plus the 12.5. I think Huffer, you brought up the best point with Auburn likes to force turnovers and get their points in transition off the turnovers, and Ole Miss doesn't let you have that there. So yeah, I'll be on Ole Miss plus 12.5.
Let's go, Bill.
I'm with
Bill.
you. I like Ole Miss. I like Ole Miss in this one. Have they played yet this year, actually?
No, they haven't.
No.
Yeah, they have. They lost.
Sorry,
They were catching. I think they were catching 6 or 7.5. 6.5.
They played Mississippi State twice.
Bro, they played Mississippi. Lost by 10.
I don't think. Oh, I'm looking at Mississippi's page. That's why I don't see Mississippi.
February 1st.
February 1st, lost Auburn. Yeah, lost by 10.
6.5. That was a long Friday night for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take Ole Miss with you. Anything else?
I'm not betting it though.
I'm probably not bet. I'm not gonna fade Auburn, I don't think, but I'll take Ole Miss with the points as well. They're really not that good against the spread, actually. Ole Miss is, so they may be the too cute bullshit team of the year, but please.
Yes, sir, I did, Bill. Under 63.5. I didn't know you were on it too, but love it. I was a little sweaty, but we made it. Navy at American.
What a USA game right here.
This is America.
Yeah, but American laid down for Army. I think they get up for Navy though. They laid it down to the Army.
Yeah, I'm on American here. They lost by 23 at Navy, first game of conference play. I think they enough said right there, especially with you got Matt Rogers and Elijah Stevens, Colin Smalls, all three of those guys. Basically, they're three of their best players on the team in America for American. Last game at home, senior night against Navy. I'll be on American. 3.5 is as much as I will lay though. I won't go up. 4.5, I'll money line parlay it because as you saw in that last game against Lafayette or no, against Boston, they won 48-44. So
same thing as he stole everything I was going to say.
Captain America's little brother on American. Yeah, look the fuck out. No disrespect to the Navy. No disrespect to the Navy. America's going to get one. They just took over the Navy. They just took over the Navy. They just changed things in America in the body of waters. So, yeah.
Yep. And like you said, it's Navy already got their win by 23 against American. They gotta spread the love.
Yes, sir. Queens at North Bama.
North Bama off a big win. Queens, didn't they cover too as well, I believe, yesterday?
Yes, I was on both of those. I think me and you were both on them, Huffer.
Yeah.
Is laying 8.
And
Bama
Alabama. Was Alabama, was it 11.5?
11.5 or 12. I think I even got it at 12.5 maybe.
I think it was 12 too. Well, now, I mean, Queens was at Austin Peay, and then they went to West Georgia, so not a horrible. At home against Austin Peay. Now they went to West Georgia, so they've been on the road. They're getting used to the road. Man. I feel like North Alabama's the wagon, though, man. Like, Queen's good enough to catch this many points, though. I think they're a respected team. So I've gone back and forth on this one, but if anything, I'll take North Alabama just because they're playing for first seed. I will take that on that alone, and at least it's a home game to be the final game of the year, and that we've been riding the senior nights. So
yeah, you also got to think too. Queens beat North Alabama by 8. Earlier on in the season, so little revenge angle for Trev if he likes that angle there. I will simply be on. I'm just going to lay it with North Alabama. Just because I think that they are going to want to stay atop this conference, keep it atop the conference with Lipscomb. I'll probably be laying it with both Lipscomb and North Alabama tomorrow. Just FYI.
God, New Mexico, fuck you. I'll beat Trevor there. Another Trevor. North Alabama's wagons. They're a bunch of wagons. That's another one.
Yeah, no, team total over.
Wagons, WEGONS. What's that?
Julian said team total over might be the play. That very well could be as well. So
I kind of like Queens here. Queens also has something to play for. I'm not saying they win, but if they win, they can somehow find their way to like the top 4 of the conference. And isn't this bracket one where like you could have like 3 games off or something, like finishing up there? So they could have a nice break up ahead. All they have to do is max effort here, try to win. I don't necessarily think they win. I think North Alabama does get it done, but they played them tough before at home. Beat them by 8. They've got enough size. North Alabama doesn't turn it over, but they also don't force turnovers or steals, which is primarily where Queens kind of gets fucked from. Queens can defend the 3 fairly, decently. They foul, but North Alabama doesn't shoot great free throws. So I kind of like Queens with their size here to kind of maintain the glass a little bit and limit second chance opportunities and shit for North Alabama. So I'll take Queens. I don't know if I'll bet this one.
Huff, what were you on? Were you on at North Alabama?
Yep.
Austin Peay laying 4.5 at West Georgia.
West Georgia's eliminated. I will say that. I do know that. West Georgia and Bellarmine are both eliminated.
Perfect reason to back them. Get one right. Austin Peay just beat the shit out of who? Who did they beat the shit out of?
I forget. It was
it was Queens.
Lipscomb. It was Lipscomb.
They dropped the Lipscomb, yeah.
I just looked at
Georgia. I'm not betting this. No chance.
I just looked it up, Trev. The A-Sun is not one of those. I think it's the Sun Belt that you're probably thinking of, where you get the
Sun
3 or 4
Sun Belt, that's the one.
A-Sun.
Yeah. A-Sun is just one of it's a classic 10-team bracket, whatever 11 teams it is, and they got like one bye game. I'm pretty sure team gets just one bye game, but they're all at home. The advantage is all campus sites for the A-Sun.
Yeah, nobody gets a bye game 1 through 8.
Oh, they changed it to 1 through 8. Damn.
1 through 6, nobody gets a bye. 1 through 6 get a bye game, but 1 through 6 have. I mean, 9 and 10 and 7 and 8 play each other or play in the first round, and so the quarterfinals.
Why not just let them all in? When it was 11, it was fantastic. I mean, fuck.
I'll flip to North Bama. That my whole angle of them playing for buys, a couple 2-3 game buys out the window. Yeah, you know what? North Alabama fucks them up. They got more to play for here, getting that 1 seed than Queens does. They're already in it. They can't win the thing. West Georgia beat Austin Peay this year by 4 on the road. Now it's at home. They've got nothing to lose, nothing to play for, except for another fucking win. Austin Peay, they beat Queens, but Bellarmine kicked the shit out of them. I know Lipscomb and Bellarmine aren't comparable in teams. One's so much better than the other, but still, I mean, Austin Peay lost to Bellarmine. They've lost to West Georgia already this year. Why can't they do it again? They lost at home. Why can't they lose on the road?
Yeah. I'll be West Georgia plus 4.5. I'm not even going to really think to cap this game because with West Georgia, who knows? You either get a team that's motivated and playing free, or you get a team that knows it's their last game and they're playing their spring break trip. So I'm not going to be putting my money on this game because who knows what to expect. Also, who knows what to expect out of Austin Peay? Are they just going to kind of go through the motions and just kind of be ready for the I think they've already locked in. They're already locked into the bottom 4 spots, I believe, for the first round. So I'm not betting it just because who knows? There's a lot of variancy in what could go on. But I will take as my pick West Georgia plus 4.5.
Yeah, I can't believe Stetson was fucking 2 seeds. Yeah, Austin Peay was they're in the championship, so last season they'll be a good team in the tournament.
That's another angle for that North Florida game against Eastern Kentucky. North Florida is already locked into to playing that first round because they're stuck at 8 and 9 in conference with Austin Peay. So the bottom 4, North Florida, Austin Peay, Stetson, and Central Arkansas are already penciled in for the first round, just depending on seeding wise. So North Florida may not even want to go full gas, no brakes on that game because they already know that they're going to have to play the playing game regardless. So that could be a spot too, just FYI.
Okay. All right, before I got to skedaddle out of here, Kansas State at UCF. What the fuck happened to Noah Reynolds? Where is he?
Noah Reynolds? You mean Coleman Hawkins?
No, I mean Noah Reynolds, the player I actually give a shit about.
Well, Noah Reynolds is on TCU.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong purple. Okay. I was sitting there looking for – oh, god damn that. Yeah. Wow.
It's
what
Doug
a fucking
McDaniel and Coleman Hawkins.
What a brain fart. Oh,
Dude,
I was looking – I was going to put
so
Noah Reynolds on
confused.
the thumbnail, but I couldn't find him. He wasn't on the thing.
You texted that. I was like, I just saw that message. Love you to death. I go, I'm going to let him figure this one out for himself.
I didn't know.
Damn, the fucking purples.
I didn't know what you were asking that for. I just did not even respond. So I apologize.
No, you're good. You guys avoided the question. I was like, what do they know?
Well, I should have. If I would have said something there, or if one of us been like what? He's on TCU, or I don't know, say something about TCU, you'd be like, wait, what?
No, yeah, I just purple, and I was like, all right.
Take it away before you got to get out of here. And Toodles.
Bounce house. Kansas State hasn't looked good. I think they used their magic up. Sorry, but I think they used their magic up. UCF got a big home win. They're staying at home. Kansas State off of the Arizona State revenge spot at home. Now they're going to hit the road. I think Kansas State used up all their mojo, and I think UCF might get a little something going on here. Win back-to-back games. Then they got TCU on the road, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, all winnable games from here on out. They could make a little run, build some momentum going into Big 12 conference play. I think I'm going to be on UCF. I think it's just a little. I think the 4.5 is telling, especially for a team that's won one game since January 28th.
Yeah, I think this line is factored in that Coleman Hawkins is probably going to be out tomorrow. He was out against Arizona State on Tuesday. He'll probably be out, and that does basically takes all of K-State's offense away. Everything runs through him. I know people hate on Coleman Hawkins, but he is a very good piece, or not a piece. He is a good engine to an offense. He gets a lot of eyes on him. He's able to distribute well. He boards. He's a stat stuffer, pretty much. I mean, and you saw what happens. We played an Arizona State team, and was at home, and 54 put up 54 points against Arizona. So I know that he posted the picture. He traveled with the team. It's a knee injury. He wasn't close to playing on Sunday. I will tell you that. And I will be boots on the ground here tomorrow night. So I will be in Orlando
at UCF
in the bounce house. I will be boots on the ground. So I'll be.
He's flying to Orlando. Remember?
Cheering.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I will be cheering on K-State, and for that sole reason, I will be on K-State plus 4.5. I'll be betting it probably on the shitty Hard Rock book. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I fly out tomorrow afternoon. And so
how many times has Kansas State hit look at the total?
All right, I gotta bounce, but
all right, I got you. You're in good hands, like Allstate. See you soon.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Huff under 156.
Well, I mean, it's UCF, but I'm just like, look how many times when has Kansas State eclipsed this number this season? They haven't since St. John's, December 7th.
Yeah,
I'm doing quick math in my head while you guys are talking. I'm adding up things, and I'm like, they haven't done it once in the Big 12 yet. The last time this hit was St. John's, and they even went to overtime with Drake. Both teams are super. And then like Arkansas Pine Bluff, they put up 120, but like. Ever since then, they have not been able to do that. I know UCF's defense is porous. They play LA fitness ball as can be, but what the hell? I feel like I want to take Kansas State so bad, but like they can't score this many points. They got to be able to lock UFC down and slow down the game a little bit. But
yeah. I'm not. I'll tell you. I got boots on the ground. I'm not betting an under. I'm not betting an under. I do not want to be cheering for an under while I'm at the game.
Well, can I answer you? And I did this for IUPUI. I took the first half over, and then it kind of like started way too hot, and then I like middled the under. Then essentially, you could like maybe have a middle spot live or something.
Yeah, true. Now I'm gonna ride with my boys plus 4.5. I think we'll figure something out. I know. Obviously, if Coleman Hawkins is back, great. Good piece to have back. If he's not back, I think our struggles definitely showed on Sunday. So I would hope that we would have made the adjustments or figured out what to do without him, because it was glaring that we were missing him on the offensive side of the ball. So I'll be on K-State plus 4.5, kind of a homer play. But I'll be there. Might as well bet on my team.
Donuts, burger. I will be a homer with you. I will take that and maybe ride that under. We'll see.
Yeah. Like,
all right, we skipped Dayton at Rhode Island. Oh man, I'll be better about the line. So Trevor left us a couple. What a gentleman. He puts the parentheses. I'm not doing that at the pump fake after dark. So Dayton minus 3.5 at Rhode Island, over under 151.5.
Do we fade Dayton on the road?
I don't know. I mean, they're not that good at home either this time.
That's true.
A team that's like they'll just like make a run in March somehow. So
Rhode Island's not very good.
They fell from a far place back to earth.
I mean, you look you too, Joe. Appreciate you joining. Sleep well and finish up the show. We'll hopefully give you a couple winners here coming up, so you can wake up to them.
Yeah, appreciate you. You get a cup of Joe tomorrow and wake up for us. Let's go. Thanks, Joe.
God,
I'll take Dayton. I think Rhode Island's trash, but I don't love this bet. This is definitely not free, but I'll take Dayton, I guess. Fuck Archie Miller.
I mean, Rhode Island's what? They've lost 2 games at home in conference play. George Washington and VCU. They did beat George Mason at home. Give me Rhode Island. I'll spar with you. You're not betting this, are you?
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
All right. I'll pick Colgate. I'm not betting them again, man. But this feels like they win this one after they lose one and shit the bed. I'm picking Colgate. I am not betting that. No chance. You got anything while I chop up some of these?
No, it's not a system lock play. They beat Holy Cross by 22 on the road. Give me Colgate minus the 9.5. The only issue with they got American coming up at home. Finish out with 2 home games. 9-7 in conference in the Patriot League. What a very disappointing year for Colgate. I mean, when's the last time that they were borderline 500 in the Patriot League? Had to be a long time ago.
Their ass.
But yeah, lay it with Colgate. But I'm not putting money on Colgate, and I'm definitely not gonna fucking put money on Holy Cross plus 9.5 at Colgate. So pass for me.
All right. Wofford is laying 8.5 at West Carolina. I put the parentheses, but I didn't put Western Carolina. So hand up there. Western Carolina's kind of been playing a little gritty, but that's why we faded them against Samford last Saturday. That was free because they have been playing up in these games. I just don't like laying points with Wofford on the road. Even though they're damn near better on the road than they are at home. But I still just don't like laying that many points on the road. I'll pick Western Carolina. I'm probably not going to bet this. No chance.
Yep. Right there with you. Western Carolina or nothing for me, plus the 8.5. If it gets above 10 somehow, I'd maybe think about possibly betting it. But at the number now, I'm good.
I will do this though, and I will take George Mason minus 12.5. Fordham is a hot heaping pile of butt, and they've lost a lot of games in a row, and they don't fare well at home. They don't fare well on the road either. And they haven't played a tough team like that since Dayton, and they lost by 19 to Dayton. Somehow only lost by 12 to VCU. Props to them. Now they're getting that same number. I think George Mason gets up for this off their loss to VCU. They've had some time to think about it, get up, end these conference games with Fordham, Duquesne, LaSalle, and Richmond. Start off the easy, laid-back tour with 2 of those home games. Maybe they botch Duquesne on the road. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think there's 2 ways that you could possibly play this. One would be just laying it with the George Mason minus 12.5. The other would be taking that Fordham team total of 62.5-ish, and taking the under. I think George Mason's gonna come out pissed off after that disappointing second half against VCU where they just got absolutely ran out of the gym. They're gonna take it out on Fordham here. So I think that you can't go wrong either way. Team total under for Fordham or just laying it with George Mason.
All right. You want to take this one real quick while I'm going to make like 5 banners quick so we can get some flow. I can take some more. Maybe talk about what Bellarmine's been able to do to end the year.
Yeah, for sure. So this is an interesting spot just because Bellarmine, they've rattled off a couple nice wins. Beat EKU at home, surprisingly, and then their first win was against Austin Peay by 26 for their first conference win of the year. They're already eliminated from conference play, so it's kind of a tough spot. I think Florida Gulf Coast really needs this game to kind of stay atop the Atlantic Sun conference. I think they're sitting right now at sole third place. So if they win this, depending on if North Alabama or Lipscomb, I haven't really looked into those. If they dropped one, if Florida Gulf Coast would possibly be, let's see, let me look real quick. They beat North Alabama. Yeah, so actually, if North Alabama lost and Florida Gulf Coast won, they would actually get the 2 seed over North Alabama because they actually beat North Alabama. And then Lipscomb, they lost to Lipscomb, so they don't have the tiebreaker there. They only played, and that's surprising, Florida Gulf Coast only played Lipscomb and North Alabama only once. So the top 2 teams, Florida Gulf Coast only played once. It's interesting. But yeah, so I think, Bellarmine has nothing to lose, playing good, but also I can see them just kind of selling this game. Florida Gulf Coast needs it. I'll lay it with Florida Gulf Coast. Lay the minus 14.5, but this is not going to be one of the games that I'm betting in the ASUN. I think Bellarmine showed them, they were eliminated. What they do, they turned around and they literally got their first conference win, got eliminated from ASUN tournament, and then turned around and beat EKU at home. So they might still be coming out firing. But with Florida Gulf Coast needing this win for sure, I think that I wouldn't mind laying it, but I'm not going to bet this.
I'm not going to bet this either. I think playing for nothing's good here. I'll take Bellarmine with the points. They've been playing better to end the year now that they don't give a shit. I'll take Bellarmine. I'm not going to bet this. So thanks for that. Same number, shocker. Stetson catching 14.5 at Jacksonville over under 142.5.
This seems like too many points to be laying with Jacksonville. Personally, they play at a very slow pace. They beat Stetson on the road by 9, but Stetson obviously is not great. Off that,
Stetson plays at an even slower pace too.
Yeah.
All right, New Mexico, make some second half adjustments. At least cover the 2.5, please. Only down 4.
I'll take the points here. I'll take the points. No bet though. I'll take Stetson plus the 14.5. Only thing I do see is, like we had talked about, those bottom 4 teams, Central Arkansas, Stetson, Austin Peay, and North Florida, they're already having to play that first round no matter what. So maybe Stetson just kind of doesn't really go through the motions, and Jacksonville kind of lays it on them because they're still in a big race for that top 4 seed. I mean, you got Eastern Kentucky and Queens, all of them at 11-6. But 4 or 5 doesn't really matter just because they play each other in that quarterfinal matchup. But yeah, I mean, I'll take Stetson in the points, but this is another one I don't know. I'm not going to bet it just because I don't. I don't know what to expect.
I will take Jacksonville. I think they win by 20, and I just can't bring myself to lay that many points to bet. But we'll disagree here on both ASUN plays. So
sparring both 14.5s.
Right, Citadel at Furman. Furman's laying 15.5.
Furman fucking got that scare against Citadel the first time. Lost it or ended up winning in overtime. They literally just off only the 4-point win against VMI. Last home game here. God, it seems like way too many points though. Citadel's played. I mean,
You're addicted to betting Citadel.
they've lost 19 in a row, but I bet Citadel last time against Chattanooga, they only lost by 1.
Citadel's been.
What do you think? Yeah,
I'm gonna take the under 60, the team total under for Citadel. Ride that one last time, most likely, because I won't take them against East Tennessee State at home. They score better at home. Last time they scored 63 against Furman, but it took overtime. So I'll take the team total under. You could maybe it looks like FanDuel's got 61.5. So I'll be locking that one in. 61.5. That thing will be by 60 tomorrow morning.
yeah. I would tell you there. That'd be the only way I'd play this game. I'll pick Citadel on the points again, like I have been, but I think the only bet-worthy play would be that Citadel team total under. And I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
All right. So we're all there. Chat, feel free to drop your favorite plays always as too. We love hearing about it. Let's go through some comments here real quick. Virgil, what's up? Shit. That stinks. Let's go. Burn one with me. Let's go. Fuck yeah. All right, let's cash New Mexico and Santa Clara for the chat, it looks like. So we'll see. I think the other fellows are on San Diego State, maybe. But all right, Charlotte at Tulane. Charlotte just came off that Temple game on national TV. Now moving into the 7:30 slot. Tulane off a road loss. Last time they played, it was 83-68 on the road. I feel like Charlotte's been kind of playing better. But Tulane hasn't drilled anyone. I feel like they're a respected team to the books. I'll pick Charlotte one last time. We got a couple games left of them. I'm addicted to betting this team, and they fucking stink. Watching Charlotte's so bad. But maybe they find their stride to end the season. I'll take Charlotte here.
Did you pass any other games, or just this the only one? Did you go over any other games, or this the only one?
Only one.
Okay.
We're talking in the chat for a second.
Yeah, I mean, Tulane plays pretty close games. Charlotte on the road, though. I mean, I guess they almost beat Temple.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I'm not gonna bet it. But yeah, give me Charlotte plus the 8.5.
All right. Cool. Let's go to the next one. Georgia State's laying only 1 at Coastal Carolina. Oh my God, I'm not betting Coastal Carolina, but I feel like the line's telling you to a little bit. Georgia State's not that great though. Fuck. Kind of want to bet Coastal Carolina. They're so bad, dude.
They did win a conference game. Shit, they won too.
Georgia State's only laying a point on the road. They're 8-8 in conference versus Coastal's 2-14.
And they beat Coastal by 5 at home earlier on in the season too. Yeah, why is this number so short?
I can't bet
is it
those. I feel like it's telling you to.
What about the over? Coastal plays so slow. Coastal plays so slow. I don't know.
I don't even think they can fucking score either.
Coastal money line.
Oh, this is gonna be like our Leathernecks play. We're gonna be like, why the fuck do we take Coastal? No, they're so bad, and they're a good like college program too.
I'm not betting this, but I'll take Coastal money line. I gotta be. There's a few more games tomorrow than there was today, so I can be
selective. Yep. Okay, this one's fun. North Dakota State's laying 8.5 against South Dakota. North Dakota, they're going to stomp all over the South Dakota to end. I mean, they dominated South Dakota in Vermillion against the Coyotes. They won by almost 30, scoring 103. I don't like this Coyotes team on the road. They did win at Denver and Oral, and North Dakota, so they have been able to prove road games, but I just don't like the way they show out on the road.
Yeah, this is North Dakota State's last game in the Summit before the Summit tournament. North Dakota State at home. I'll lay it with North Dakota State here.
Yeah, I feel like I'm with you, but it just like sucks to bet against South Dakota one last time. But there's a chance to not take them at home against at home against North Dakota.
Yeah, against North Dakota, you can take that over, and you can lay it with South Dakota at home.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it with you. Get a chance to finally bet on South Dakota again. So
I don't know if we want to touch on it, but there was one other game we just skipped over. USC Upstate High Point. Don't think it really matters, but High Point's last game. They're in the Big South. They've already they got to win this, or they already locked it up.
Pretty sure they're good. From what I was looking at when I was looking at it earlier, let me see.
Because they split with UNC Asheville. And that would be the only one that would possibly
They're 12-3 in conference. Why the fuck? Wait, no, they're not.
They're 13-2.
Fucking women's basketball. My God. They are still 12-3. Oh, they should fucking showing women's again. What the fuck?
They're 13-2.
Quit it, Google.
Just trust me. They're 13-2.
No, I know. I want to see it for myself, but it was funny. They just kept showing. I kept typing in men's, but it kept showing me the women's. Yeah, I am not watching Big South women's basketball. That's for damn. Maybe I am, but they're good. I think they're good. They win this one, they're good. So, what's the line there? I don't really give a shit. I'll pick High Point, whatever it is. I'm not betting.
My whole angle is if High Point has already locked it up, I'd take the points. If they haven't locked it up, I'd lay it.
Well, they split. Did they split?
But yeah, they split against Asheville. So then, what would it be? The next best team? So that would be what, Winthrop. And High Point beat Winthrop both times. Asheville, did they beat Winthrop both times? Oh, they haven't played Winthrop for a second time. So yeah, it's still up in the air. So I think High Point will just freaking lay it on them. So I'll take High Point minus whatever the points is, but I'm not
21.5. All right, Drake at Evansville. Drake off the tough win with some fucking referee help. That was such bullshit. Evansville's kind of feisty though, dude.
Evansville's 8.5. I'll take Drake plus 8.5.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I meant Drake's laying 8.5. Whatever. You fucking get it. They won by 23 last time. Evansville's been playing grittier, a little tougher, and at home.
Yeah, and I think people are like, "Oh, this is a senior spot." Well, Evansville only has one senior, and he barely plays.
I'll take Drake. I want to take Evansville so bad, but I'll take Drake. I'm going to fade them.
I think this is one of those angles that we take Drake minus the 8.5 instead. Just because people are like, "Oh, they'll get up for this game. It's the last, it's the last home game for Evansville." But these kids are freaking freshmen, sophomores. So yeah, lay it with Drake.
All right. Belmont is laying a point at Missouri State. My God. No.
What the hell is this line?
I'm betting Belmont.
And why does Ken Palm have it only 2?
Missouri State doesn't – they don't get, blown out. I mean, They lost to Belmont by 14, 13 points last time. Now this is close. This is a fucking trap-ass play. I'll take Belmont. I am not betting Missouri State. I'm there on
Missouri State's on my do not bet list, but Belmont just won by 17.
Mine first. It was mine at back in November. They're fucking horrible. Fuck that team.
So why is that? If Belmont beat them by 17, now they're at home and they're only laying 1.5. Missouri State's last home game.
Yeah, the line stinks. Not much else to it.
Missouri State money line, no bet.
North Central is laying 7.5. I know no minus there. Don't care. At Maryland, Eastern Shore. I'll take the over. You got anything? I'm not fucking betting that. So keep it. Let's tighten this one up. I'm not betting it.
I mean, what? NC Central just off of that freaking drunk game against Delaware State and that overtime game. Fucking crazy.
We're not schedule reading this. Come on. That's horrible.
Just lay it with NC Central here. Maryland Eastern Store's ass. So
love it.
NC
Thanks
Central,
for that. I'm taking the over. Points. All right, you can take this one because I got to type a few more banners again. So I know what cap is coming from you if I can guess.
Well, I would like to fade Penny, but the funny thing is this is the spot where Memphis dropped that game against Rice last year. I think they are better. I think I'll lay it here. I'll lay the 13 with Memphis.
Is this their last? Do they have one more? Who's their next home game?
They've got one more home game. It's at home Friday, March 7th against South Florida.
Okay.
On the road against UAB next. I mean, that could be a little look-ahead spot for them. The 13, yeah, fuck it. Give me Rice plus 13. I benedicted myself. I talked myself into.
Right. You benedicted yourself? I will take Memphis then. You shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Rice stinks. But yeah, I knew what you're gonna take because I know that you love fading Penny, and rightfully so. It's not a bad angle. Guy's a fucking Fuddrucker.
Yeah, I mean the only reason why I really didn't want to fade him is because this is the same spot that Rice beat them last year, right? So it's one of those things where it's like if it's one team that they're not going to overlook, it'd be Rice. But yeah, so I don't know. Up in the air on that one. I probably should just go with my gut and lay it with Memphis minus 13. And then Britt in the chat, I know we talked about the Michigan State Maryland game. All three of us are on Maryland minus the 3.
Unfortunately, don't love fading Tom Izzo.
Yep.
To be honest.
This will be the last time that I'm fading him, because February will be over and March will begin, and I will be backing Izzo until they lose.
Yeah. Lay it. Enough said here for me.
Yep. This is the same kind of cap that I had on that North Alabama. I'll be laying it with the top 2 teams again. So we laid it the other night, last night, and we'll do it again and hopefully be profitable.
Yep. Enough said for me. Lay it. Yep. I said the same thing for North Alabama. G-Dub at Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago is a pretty good team at home. They do get the job done, I'll say, for the least, for the most part, ever since they disrespected Sister Jean. They've been able to get it done at home. They haven't dropped a home game. But they play a lot of close games, and they let teams kind of fall within the number. Loyola Chicago is very hot, though. I would say give them to their credit. 5 of their last 6. They're a good team. I kind of like G-Dub as a dog, though, and I think this is the one road game they randomly get up for. So I'll take the plus 4.5. I think this game's a lot closer than people expect.
Yeah. I don't mind. This is the first time they played this year. I like backing Loyola there at home. 4.5. It's kind of probably the close to the right number. I bet this is anywhere from like a 3 to a 6 point game. So since I'm getting a couple on the 5 and the 6, I'll lay it with Loyola Chicago here at home.
Let's do it. All right, battling there. Fucking dignity here. I mean, is this team going to sneak in the tournament? This team's going to sneak in the tournament. Or do they blow this one against Penn State like they always fucking do sometimes? Now they're laying 6 points. Haven't been able to lay that many points with IU in quite some time. I don't know. I kind of feel like that they get into this. I think we can get a better number live. I think this is going to be a closer game, but I'll take IU covering that number. It sucks, but I think they're randomly going to get up for Woody, even on the road trip as well. I mean, if they win out, they're a 20-win team. They got to be in the tournament. Penn State, they've won their 2 games. Now they're going into a tough environment. Won a home game, one at the barn. They got another thing coming for them with these Hoosier fans with a slight tease of this end to the season and mysterious future that lies ahead for them. So I'll take IU. Take it now for sure. Mexico's cooked.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana, they've been playing better. I'll lay it with Indiana here. Penn State off of 2 wins. They're still ass. I think that the line might have be a little bit deflated just because of Penn State's last 2 wins against Nebraska and Minnesota. So lay it here with Indiana. Still don't have Puff Johnson. He's out. They're just not a very good – Penn State's not a very good team. So, yeah, lay it with Indiana here. Don't overthink it. Just lay the 6.
Do it. All right, Villanova's laying 7.5 at Seton Hall. What the fuck? I'll lay it with Villanova. I don't love this either. It's more so a fade of Seton Hall, though. Fuck Seton Hall and fuck that program right now. They're in for a lick of hurt ahead. That's for damn sure.
Does Villanova still have a chance to get in, or not really?
They're in that little first four, next four, last four, next four, next four.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I'll lay it here with Villanova just for the fact that they still have somewhat of a chance at the tournament. Seton Hall, I think they've already kind of packed it up and they're ass. So yeah, well, like you said, more of a fate of Seton Hall than a backing of Villanova. Maybe Eric Dixon scores more points than Seton Hall combined in like the first half or something. Maybe it's like a 40-20 game and Dixon's got 25 at half.
Could very well happen. I got this one. Southern Alabama laying 7 against Southern Miss. Lay it. Defense will clamp them. I don't care if it's Southern Miss at home. Absolute tumultuous season there, like it was last year for Southern Miss. Now you're going to play this team that's rough and rowdy. I know that they just came off an overtime game that was 93-92, so it is a little scary. But the Southern Miss team is horrible, and they're just loaning it in for the rest of the year. So give me South Alabama to lay that.
Yep, I will lay it. I think getting rid of Curbelo was probably better for them. But as you've seen, didn't matter pre-Curbelo, post-Curbelo, lost 6 in a row. Usually we like to back them against or when they're at home because they're typically a pretty good home team. But for God's sakes, they've lost to Coastal Carolina and Louisiana. So yeah, give me South Alabama, and I'll lay it with them.
All right, you can take this one. I'm just finishing up these banners real quick. I don't give a fuck about Ken Palm order. I'm going out of order.
Yes, Ark State minus 10.5. They're at Louisiana. Looks like this is Louisiana's last home game. They are on a 3-game win streak. Actually won 4 of their last 5. First time out against Arkansas State, they lost by 20 on the road. Arkansas State, on the other hand, is laying like that 10.5, 11. They've lost actually 3 of their last 5, 4 of their last 6. Kind of bounced back and responded after those 2 home losses to Troy and South Alabama, beat Louisiana Monroe by 25. Now they go on the road to end their season. I'll lay it with Arkansas State, but I don't want to bet it. They're not as good of a team on the road as they are at home. I know they're fighting for looks like Troy's 12-5 with their win tonight. So if Arkansas State and South Alabama get the win, that'll be tied second there in the Sun Belt. So they're still battling for position, jockeying for position there before the Sun Belt tournament starts. So I'll lay it with Arkansas State, but no bet on this line.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you here. I'll bet I might bet Arkansas State though, just because UL Lafayette's ass. Total play like Seton Hall. All right, Texas at Arkansas. Texas is fucking first class phonies, man, and Arkansas is kind of catching some steam a little bit. Maybe we see an Arkansas versus IU first 4, a little rematch to 2008 when Kelvin Sampson lost, and we should have been like a 3 seed that year and fell all the way to the 8-9 and lost to Patrick Beverly, Arkansas. I think this Arkansas team is catching fire. They're catching on the right time, and I think Texas is cooked. I mean, they don't have any good wins really outside of Kentucky and A&M. Missouri, I guess. So I take that back. But now they're only catching 3.5. I'm not worried about this. I think the fans are bought back in for Arkansas, even off of 2 tough games, Auburn and A&M. And I think that Arkansas could catch some noise and make 4 games happen in a row beating Texas, South Carolina, and maybe even sneaking one at Vanderbilt. We'll see. So, yeah, give me Arkansas here.
Yep, I agree with you. I'll lay it with Arkansas. This will be a definite bet for me. I think, both 16 and 11 teams, they're in the SEC, one trending one way, one trending the other way. So that's all I need to really say about that. I'll take the team that's trending in the right direction with Calipari. So give me Arkansas.
All right, you can take this one. We got Kentucky laying 3 in Norman. Over-under is 163.5.
Ugh. Kentucky's kind of been struggling. They've been stumbling down the stretch. 7-7 in conference. Oklahoma, on the other hand, not that great. Fresh off of that home win against Mississippi State. I believe this line was pretty similar. I think it was 3.5 or 4, maybe. Maybe even got up to 4.5. Looks like Dustin in the chat saying that Theo is might be out with a hamstring injury. So that would be good to know. Kind of looking at that. Oh, for Arkansas, is he saying? Yeah, that's right.
I don't care.
I don't care about that. I'll still lay it with Arkansas though.
It sucks.
I was looking just to see Lamont Butler, game time decision, Jackson Robinson. Who knows if these two play? He returned to practice on Monday. Might be an option to face Oklahoma on Wednesday. That was Jackson Robinson. Lamont Butler likely to play versus Oklahoma. I think maybe people tend to see that they are like, oh, Oklahoma's good at home. They were able to knock off Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State, we saw today, they're a phony team too. They just got absolutely worked by Alabama. So I'll be on Kentucky here. Kentucky -3.
I think Oklahoma. That team stinks, dude. That team stinks. I know we took Oklahoma against Mississippi State on Saturday. They almost let it go, and I don't know how they do stop Kentucky. I think Kentucky gets up for this one on the road and does some spoils here versus Oklahoma. I'll become square with you and take the blue blood here. So, yeah. So we're both on Kentucky there. Maybe the over too. Fuck. Take Kentucky. Uh-oh, I just got a fuck you Santa Clara text. Uh-oh, what's going on in that game? I'm only watching New Mexico, which I'm probably losing. Uh-oh.
Gonzaga up 10.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the reverse jinx angle from none other than Trevor himself.
He could have stayed undefeated. Got greedy. Got greedy. I'm just kidding. They still can do it. Generic on Trans 2 showed on FS1 if anyone saw that. All right, St. John's is laying 7.5 on at Butler. Let's see, St. John's. Man, Butler.
What's the magic number for them? What's the magic number for them? Are they getting close to locking it up? Maybe 2 more?
Oh, I think they should be. I think they're good.
Yeah. Looking at, they got Butler and Seton Hall, and they play Marquette on the road.
They're up 2 games. They're good. They've already beat the teams that they're going up against too. They should be good. I'm not betting Butler. That's for damn sure. I feel like for some reason though they randomly cover this. They've kind of picked up some steam towards the end of the year, but it's been a little inflated by who they've played. maybe this is a sleepy spot for St. John's going into Hinkle. But I'll still pick St. John's here. I'm not betting Butler. I've been faithful and disciplined about not betting Butler and Missouri State.
Yeah, I'll be on St. John's here. I think Butler at times can struggle turning over the ball. We know what St. John's does, or what St. John's likes to do. They like to play hard, gritty defense and turn you over, kind of run and gun with that style. I think it's a clash of Butler's kind of slow-paced style. So I will be on St. John's here, and I'm tempted to freaking bet this.
All right. Arizona's laying 15.5 against Utah, and I'm not afraid of this number. I don't think it's too many points. I think Arizona is going to come out playing absolutely pissed off because they let the other Mormons sneak them away and steal one. It was absolute highway robbery in that game for Arizona, and I think they'll come out playing a little pissed off. And I normally don't lay this many points with a P5 school. Normally take the dog, but for some reason I feel like there's going to be a little fire to this frenzy. I'll take Arizona. Utah's not a great matchup for them.
Oh yeah, I'm all over Arizona here. Utah's also got the tough travel spot. They just were at home, beat Kansas State. Then they traveled all the way on Sunday. Nonetheless, they had that week off, but traveled Sunday to UCF. All the way out in Orlando, and now they got to return back to Arizona. Not to mention what you had already said, Arizona off of the literally robbed by the refs of that game. Arizona's going to pummel them. Lay it.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, DePaul versus Creighton. Creighton's laying 16.
Fuck Peacock.
This game's on Peacock?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Lay it. No, nothing on.
Yeah. Lay it, no bet for me. No interest in this game. I'm not going to even look at the score. I'm not going to even turn it on. It's on Peacock. So lay it with Creighton, no bet.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You typing up Virginia Wake Forest? Is that the next one you're typing up?
No, I'm all good there. I'm laying it with Creighton though. Virginia's at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is laying 8.5 over under 130.5. Bounce back for Wake Forest?
Could be a bounce back. I did see. I'm trying to scroll up in the chat. I know Cup of Joe. He had a side play. He was on the over in this game. Virginia Wake Forest. I think if I remember reading it correctly, Virginia's hit the over in 10 of its last 10. Wake Forest has hit 9 of its last 10. So that was kind of his angle there. Yeah, so grabbing an over in Wake, Virginia over in 10 straight, and I think Wake is over in 9 of the last 10 or something. That's what he said. So shout out to Joe for that little snippet. I don't know. I mean, it could definitely be a Wake spot, but 8.5 seems like a lot to lay for a Wake team. I don't know. What do you think?
I think Wake's defense is good enough where they can, with Virginia's piss poor ass offense and slow paced offense, that they can maybe clamp Virginia. I am nervous about both of these games or both defenses. But I'll take the better defense, and Wake being off a loss to NC State. Now you're coming back home. You just lost at home against Florida State. Classic style, what Wake Forest does best. I do think they get up for these next two, Virginia and Notre Dame. So I don't know if I'll bet this, but I'll lay it with Wake.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Wake, but I kind of like the over angle that Cup of Joe brought up. So that'll be what I write down. Not sure if I'll actually end up betting this, but I'll take Wake minus the 8.5, and I'll be tempted to bet the over 130.5.
I sent the link. Get the fuck in here. We got like 5 games left. Oh, there he is.
I sent the link too.
Oh my God, that's Troy Tuning's music. What's he doing here? Uh-oh.
Upper decky.
He was boozing at the Capitals game. Now he's going to want to talk about Loyola Bucknell. What the fuck's up, dude? How we doing? How'd the Caps game go? Did they win?
Not this time. Not this time.
Fuckers. Ovechkin's a baller, though. How'd he do?
He scored again.
He did?
Yeah.
Dude, he's
Which brings the total to what?
He's 12 away. He's 13 from tying and 12 from breaking.
Wait, what?
12 from tying.
12 from tying, 13 from breaking. Sorry.
There we go. Math is hard.
Math is
to
fun.
To be fair, the last time they brought me on this late, I was way more drunk than I am now. This is kind of normal.
Yeah, no, that's good. And you got a good buzz, good booze blanket going. And the last time we brought you on, I think it was the whole damn dear slate too, and it was booze, and that was all time. That was a great episode. So
it was cool. You know, I went like 12-4 or 12-5 on those picks.
Why? You definitely won either
not
George Washington
the
or
GW one though. I did end up picking George Mason, even though I said G-Dub like very
you were betting
definitively.
Oh yeah,
betting there with the short spread. Well, Troy, you're joining us here a little late. Feel free to drop a play or two from the earlier as well. But do you got anything in this gross game? Welcome into the big game, Wake Forest and Virginia.
Fade Virginia.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
This is not really that important. I will say I'm laying the 3.5 with Maryland against Michigan State.
We all are too.
I'm crab 5ing this shit out. I'm also alt-lining this to 8.5. I think Maryland is really fucking good. I think there's a chance we get to see like a Maryland-Florida Elite 8 matchup or maybe Final Four matchup or something like that. I know Georgia kind of ran Florida out of the building tonight, but we're getting into that area where teams are going to play vanilla and they don't want to share too much of what they want to do going forward. Man, that Maryland basketball team is somehow rolling. And I guess out of the earlier games, I think Georgetown keeps that within 14 points against UConn. If I had some good early ideas, UConn has gone from we love this team, we're going to bet them, they're going to cover everything, to we hate this team, we're never going to bet them, and they're never going to cover anything. It is a little bit late in the year. This would be a nice win for Danny, but I don't know. I feel like this is a 10-point win, 9, 10, 11, something like that. But out of those early games, I'm rolling Maryland to cover big time. I mean, I might even outline that to like 13.5 against Michigan State. I think they got something going at home.
Yeah. Yep. I like it.
But on this game, if you bet Virginia, good luck.
Yeah. Virginia's ass. Who's the guy wearing an N95 on the fucking bench for San Diego State? God, I love New Mexico more now. Fuck yeah.
Does he play with that on?
No, it's a coach. Like, come on, dude. Fucking God, smell your coffee breath, fucker. All right, great game. Troy, you're just in time for this game. Holy shit. Rounding out the night. Kind of a depressing end to the night with on this slate, in my opinion. Boston College is catching 10.5 at Stanford.
This got to be a travel spot, right?
Yeah, but have they already been out west? No, they haven't. They're like doing the IU. They're gonna just go out later than normal. Kind of better to travel this late, in my opinion, too. Just if you are making the tournament, but Boston College is not making the tournament unless they win the ACC. So I don't foresee that happening.
They're going southwest and losing 4 hours.
Yeah, and they've won 2 in a row, Boston College.
And we are as close as you can get before we change times this coming weekend.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, this weekend's a time change, isn't it?
This is the weekend that you spring back and you fall forward, right? Like the only way to fall is forward. If you fell back, you would just
spring
bump
forward,
the back of your head,
right? When is that fucking? Is time change really a Saturday? Shit.
I think it's the weekend that both of you
March
guys
9th.
will be here.
Oh no, yeah, it's next weekend when we're
Yeah.
Next weekend.
Elliot, you're still coming, right?
Yeah, I gotta figure out when, but I'll let you know.
Well, right now we have 1 extra Caps ticket, but we could get 2 as soon as I find out from someone if they're really going to come. They moved all 8 of the last Caps games of the year to national TV. So I would say I think he's going to break the record this season.
Oh yeah. Just let him. If I'm a team, if I'm any other team, just let him through.
If I'm up 4-1, I'm pulling the goalie and letting Obi score.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to make it 4-2 and be like, all right, cool, goalie's back in.
Come on, Kraken or whoever the fuck you guys play. So we're fading Boston College.
Yeah, on this one, I think Stanford covers this big number. I mean, this sucks for BC to go all the way out there in a worthless game.
Yep. Nope. It's been my system. I'm not gonna fade from the system. I'm gonna play it through the season. I've faded the team on the first trip out west, so I will be on Stanford here minus the 10.5.
Let's go Stanford. Let's go Cardinal.
I'm gonna fade both of you on your next trip east.
Yes. Donovan Dent is fun to watch, by the way. All right, Bradley's only laying 4.5 at Valpo. What?
Valpo outright. They're playing pretty good basketball the last 4 or 5 games.
You're right. Oh, they just beat Belmont at home.
Oh man, we called that. Moneyline Macintosh and I called that. I used my dial-up internet on my Macintosh to get online to make that bet.
I love it. And you're going to do it again for Valpo against Bradley? Oh, fuck. I just hate fading Bradley.
The other B team in BC. So he's going B's up. Looks like Danny Dumbshit will be at the Valpo game against Bradley.
Hell yeah.
But Valpo's good at home. Bradley's not bad on the road either. I'll take Bradley. Valley of Troy. I don't love it.
I love Bradley. I would almost always lay points, even at 4.5 with Bradley. But
yeah, I'll be on Valpo here.
It feels like I've had my finger on the Valpo, the opposite of what I've done with Gonzaga this year. I bet Gonzaga to win their conference at minus 235, so that was pretty dumb. Feel like I've felt Valpo out this year. Like I've Epstein Island Valpo, and I feel pretty good about them right now.
Fucking love it. Valpo is a great place, one of the best places in the world, in my opinion. Danny Dumbship, what's that water park near like Michigan City, Valpo, Portage? It's like a big water park. It's actually kind of fun. I haven't been there in a while, but it's a good place. All right, so I'm on Bradley Island there.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm on Valpo.
BYU is laying 4 at Arizona State. BYU's been out in Arizona for a while. They're hot, man. They're hot. BJ Freeman's off the team for Arizona State officially, too. That's been announced. Hey, you fucking Borofian. Fucking, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking idiot.
I want to know where Matt Dix is right now. He's always in the chat, and he was super, like, he hates when I pick West Virginia. And I said something earlier in the chat when you were hosting the pregame show about how, oh, you can't hate these guys. These guys will never pick West Virginia. And he goes, no, this is the one game you have to hammer West Dub V. I was like, okay, well, looks like I'm hammering Dub V now. I feel like he's seen enough BYU that I would like to know his handicap on this game. But on the road, laying 4, I think they cover this. Go Cougs.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet Arizona State. I feel like this is a weird line, though. I think I agree with Mr. J-Dub over there. The line definitely should be at least 6.5. But maybe they're factoring in the road and staying in Arizona, partying a little too much. I'll take BYU, though. I guess how much are BYU partying, though? But I'll take BYU with you there.
I think the last time I talked to somebody from BYU, they had almost 300 grams of sugar after the last win. So,
Hey,
that's one Cougar tail.
chocolate milk.
I was about to say they had one Cougar tail and some of that ice cream from that one ice cream shop.
Double frosted Cougar tail. Oh my god, 350 grams of sugar. Holy shit!
There's there's this place like that opened up by my house called Swig, and it's like this, like, I guess like the Mormons, like in that like weird show or whatever that was on Netflix or whatever. But my wife watched it. I guess I'm figuring it out. But I wasn't watching that religiously. I was watching too many A-Sun games. But they like go and get like these drinks because they're not supposed to drink caffeine. But then they like get like Dr. Pepper, and then you can like mix it with like orange cream. It's just like it's insane. But that's what gets them excited, I guess. Big nice bottle of Coke. Like, just go get yourself a fucking soda from the gas station. I mean,
it's called Swig.
Smoke a cigarette, you losers. Jesus Christ.
Swig.
Pack a lip.
Place is packed, dude.
One dip in.
Place is fucking packed. You could drive by it at 11 a.m. and there's lines out the fucking wazoo over this fucking soda.
Yeah, when I was in Utah, I was talking to some of the people there, some of the locals, and they were saying how I guess in the Book of Mormon it said that they can't drink hot coffee, hot caffeine. So that's how they do the little workaround, kind of like the poop hole loophole, but instead of it being in terms of sex, it's in terms of cold drinks, which is kind of a weird poop hole loophole. But I guess
I actually believe now they're allowed to drink or consume caffeine. I think that's something that they're allowed to do now.
Really? Just not hot beverages then?
Maybe that's the thing. Because
I think they can have sex too, officially, as well.
I mean, if you put it in, it is sex. If you don't move it after you put it in, it's still sex.
Oh, 100%.
They've been having sex for a while, but like
soaking sex.
stimulated sex, that's a whole nother book. That's we're not getting into that out there in Utah.
I have a drink.
Somebody else has to shake the bed, dude. Like,
it's a high commodity action. Make some money in college, not selling drugs like me.
BYU is going to win this game by like 15 points.
Ohio State at USC. USC's laying 1. What the fuck? Over under is 151.5. And we got quad. We're smoking a quad.
Oh, yeah.
Quad box. Let's get a little weird with it. Oh, wait, I don't even know if I can.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Scoot a little bit to your right. Just scoot over to the right. Oh.
Hey! Let's get a little crazy. Okay. Wait.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Just tough.
USC's laying a point. Ohio State. They've been out there. Now they're only catching this. USC just got back. This is that travel spot. Ohio State has a chance to make the tournament as well too. So I think they get this road win. At Ohio State versus IU, if all things go well for both teams to end the season, will be a great matchup at home. I'll take Iowa State catching the point. I do hate betting this team though, but I feel like this is the spot for them with USC traveling back.
They'll be on Ohio State. No bet.
Why?
No bet?
No. Like, why would you be on Ohio State? I understand why it would be no bet. The no bet makes a ton of sense, but
so really the thing that's keeping me away from I just took Ohio State really. If I was gonna bet this, it would be on the USC side, but USC is coming back home after a tough stretch there. Lost 2 games out East Coast. Now they get an Ohio State team that's out west, that stayed out west after that UCLA loss. So that's why it's no bet for me. And I just picked Ohio State because fuck USC and fuck Musselman.
Yeah,
I feel like this line is very telling.
Lay it.
I think you lay like 3.5 with USC.
So you're gonna bet it?
Game like 5 or 6. Oh, I'm gonna bet the -1, 100%. There's no way this Ohio State team that's playing like absolute dog shit is traveling all the way out there.
They've already been out there. That was my angle. They've already been out there, and then they played UCLA, and then USC just got back from Rutgers after their road trip. So the USC technically is on the travel spot.
So when you were in college, all 3 of you, when you got to go, when you were at college age, when you got to go and put your face into the big old rack, and you came home afterwards, you were ready to hold it down? Like, nobody's coming up in here and beating my ass? Like, no way. You're ready to tell all your boys about that big rack that you just went and conquered.
Bunch of trust fund kids, University of Spoiled Children. Fuck them. Bunch of spoiled children.
They didn't conquer the rack though. They got suffocated in it.
Yeah, they motorboated it so hard that they were ready to come home and tell everybody about how nice of a rack it was. I just feel like the -1. Ohio State should be favored in this game by like 1.5.
Yeah, but
I'll
is it
take
just
the bait. I'm on Ohio State.
Is it just the fact that they're late?
Am I on private school island?
Yeah.
No way. This is horrible. I should never be on private school island. I would be arrested within 5 minutes on private school island. One of those girls would be 17, I'm telling you.
Is this not George Riley Pandrakis on us? Utah State is catching 4 points at Boise State. Over under is 151.5. And I know I'm not an NBA guy, but is this a real picture? If so, that's fucking awesome. It's a real
What is
picture.
that?
Yeah, he got carried by the greatest basketball player of all time.
Luka Doncic looking right at Nico, who traded him from Dallas, and Nico's looking at him like, "Is this AI?" Someone look at his face. He goes, "Oh fuck, I fucked up."
I feel like Nico knows he's going to get a job with the Lakers here in about 2 or 3 years when he gets fired.
He fucked up.
Anyways, Luka is awesome, but the greatest basketball player of all time carried his ass.
Greatest basketball. Wait, I didn't know Michael Jordan was on the team.
Look, I got to watch Michael Jordan play here in DC when he was 40. He was not doing what LeBron does right now.
Yeah,
not anywhere close.
That's
Because he
fair.
drank and gambled all night.
That's fair, but I'll take a 6-0.
I mean,
finals
it does run in the family, Trev.
I'll take a 6-0 finals record over 4-6. MJ's harder too, way tighter.
I mean, the reason why I like MJ slightly more is because he has one quote where he says, "Fuck
He's
them
not
kids."
a woke pussy.
No, because he said, "Fuck them kids," and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes that needs to be told to the kids. I didn't want to say sometimes you need to fuck them kids because that could have gone wrong, but sometimes the kids need to be told, "Shut up."
Here we go. Now we got some chat banter over this. This is always the best argument. It's always a
Jordan
50-50
can't go left.
Jordan can't go left. Jeez.
We have dudes making $35 million a year in the NBA that can't go left now.
Jaylen Brown is horrible with his left hand. I saw that on the All-Star game. Not Bradley Beal, but
Speaking of dudes that make $35 million a year, Bradley Beal.
Donovan Mitchell. No, he's washed. All right, let's get back to close it out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the Luka picture, but I just want to make sure that wasn't AI and actually a real picture. But yeah, and let's be real. I got my boys up there, Kobe and Michael Jordan with Tigers. So those are my two. I don't care. I'll always be biased. Utah State's catching 4 at Boise State.
Do you remember the last time these two played?
Yep.
Utah State at the buzzer.
Yep.
Let's go, Boise.
This is a classic, whatever Tyson Degenhart's line is set at, you bet the over on his points.
Yeah.
I'm laying
It's
it
gonna
with
be
the
all Boise.
Broncos.
Yeah.
Boise State at home. Lay the 4. Especially, Trevor brought it up perfectly. They won that one at home on that buzzer beater there in Logan. Now they got to go up to Boise, where Boise just dominates teams on the at home. I mean, you look, they barely escaped that Nevada win out last, but that was on the road. Yeah, Boise at home, -4.
All right. We're all square there. 2 more left. SMU's laying 2.5 at Cal.
This line is disgusting.
Disgusting, dude.
God, Cal's
This is
gonna
Cal
beat 'em.
outright. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is Cal outright.
Cal's gonna beat him.
It makes no sense, but this is Cal outright.
I agree. This just feels so weird on a gross line. Cal lost 5 in a row. SMU, they lay the egg here.
This is a good angle. If SMU goes out to Cal and beats the shit out of them, they're going to the Sweet 16.
I don't understand how that correlates, but they will. I think they beat Stanford the next time on Saturday.
SMU's the ACC team that they wrench into the nice seed that gives them the free pass all the way to the Sweet 16. So everybody can get shut up about how the ACC is not that good at basketball, even though they only have one random team that makes it again. I feel like this year it's SMU. But in this game, 2.5 seems also very telling. I'm I'm rolling with the Calgorithm here.
Yeah, I like Cal. I don't know if I'll bet it, but SMU did just lay this number against Notre Dame, and they fucking crushed them. Now they're going to lay this exact weird number too, and they're traveling. I like Cal. You might as well just play Cal on the money line.
I'll be on SMU here. I'll lay it with SMU. Everybody was on Notre Dame when SMU played at Notre Dame. You saw how that worked out. SMU, I've capped them all year. They fuck up the bad teams in the ACC, and they fucking lay eggs against the good teams in the ACC. That's the only way they've stayed afloat. They still have 0 quad 1 wins. I repeat, they still have 0 quad 1 wins. I will tail them against the top 4 teams in the ACC, and I will fade them against the top 4 teams in the ACC, and I'll tail them when they play these bottom tier ACC teams. So give me SMU.
You hear that, boys? That was a good Freudian slip for us. Let's go Bears. Let's go Bears. All right. San Francisco is
I'm on private school island, Troy.
What'd you say?
I said I'm on private school island now.
Pretty sure Cal's a state college.
Cal's a public school.
I'm on SMU. SMU is private.
Oh,
SMU is private.
Oh yeah, that's
oh
true.
yeah, that's right. We're all on.
You are on SMU. Yeah, you are on SMU. Well, they're a bunch of fucking Methodists. San Francisco's at Oregon State. Oregon State's laying 3 in Corvallis.
Dons.
Yeah, Oregon State catches teams at Corvallis unexpected, not lays points and catches teams.
Oregon State might win this game by like 1 point.
I think they lose, but you're going to give me 3 points with San Fran. I'll take it all day.
They're going to get it done.
Nice.
I'll battle you guys here. I think this San Francisco team will play good for the first half and then shit the bed in the second. I've capped them doing that many times, and we've seen what they've done on the road against St. Mary's, Santa Clara, Washington State, and Gonzaga. I think Oregon State is definitely the lesser of those teams, but I expect the Oregon State to kind of be somewhat up for this. You know, they're 20-9 now. They're in this conference. It's a little different. 20-9 would definitely get you in the tournament, probably in the Pac-12, but it's different in the WCC. I kind of like the way they're playing though, and it is their final home game, but not too many seniors at all. But yeah, I think they get it done for their final home game. Corvallis.
Yep, we're split 2-2. I'm on Oregon State as well. I'll lay the 2.5 or the 3, whatever it is. If it gets up a little higher than that, I might take the San Francisco. I do think this is going to be a somewhat close game. I agree with Troy in that regard. But anything below 3, I'll lay it with Oregon State.
If the San Francisco NIL group and like merchandise store doesn't have a "Get It Done" shirt, they're fucking.
They should.
They need to call. You need to email them or DM them right now.
Just like the cruise missile. Hey, just like the cruise missile.
The originator of the cruise missile, right here.
Yeah.
The all caps hashtag, I still get royalties from that, from the Washington Capitals.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's because you represent
awesome.
you. That's because you represent
$1,400 a month. It's awesome. I do nothing and get paid from the Capitals for a hashtag that I made up because there was a sweet, what is it, Mad Villain song? All caps.
Sure.
Just for the TCE guys that said that Colby doesn't know hip hop. Look, I got 1%. I know hip hop.
Shout out to 1%.
Hey, we had
I know swag and I know hip hop. Okay.
I shouted out Rod Wave tonight. I got some love on that. So
I got to see Rod Wave at Capital One Arena.
Hell
It was
yeah.
awesome. It was the first time I've ever seen like a group of 15-year-olds kicked out for smoking a blunt at Capital One Arena.
Yeah.
Gotta
Were
blow
they
that
the
shit
workers?
down, not up.
Hey, we need to confiscate this, and then I'd be like,
This is mine.
hell yeah. All right, let's do our favorite of the day and get out of here at a decent time. So, fave parlay. Who wants to kick
I'll
this?
start Penn State plus 6.5.
What is it?
Penn State plus 6.5. You just spent
I'm not-
everything they had
I'm
to
not
get that
betting
one.
that. You're such a bitch. I'm not betting that.
Fine. I'll pick something else then.
No, you can pick it. That's fine. I'm not betting it though, so I'll give my fave and walk away.
All right.
It doesn't mean
I
you can't win.
got one right off the bat for you. Rice plus 13.5.
Yes. All right.
Fade
can't
Penny.
Fade-
He's
fade-
over a double-digit favorite. It's a very clear system. It's only lost like 3 times this year.
And I think it lose a 4th. All right. We'll bet this and fade. Whatever. I'll bet your guys' too. I'll take Northern Iowa on the bounce back, playing with a little piss in their vinegar and coming out strong. I think they win by 12.
Is it vinegar in their piss or piss in their vinegar? I've always wanted to use it, but I don't know how to use it.
I don't know. I say whatever the fuck it comes out, how it comes out. I'm crazy, so it might come out both ways.
Honestly, piss and vinegar, it would be hard to tell. They're pretty similar of a smell. But
vinegar in your piss is what it would be, because then you'd be like,
You said
burned.
Northern Iowa, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Trevor's over here actually caring about picks. What a crazy guy.
Penn State plus 6.5. What's your angle?
What's my angle? You just spent everything they had to get that win. They just skull fucked Purdue.
Yeah,
They
but
brought out
was
the
it
chair.
really
They were so excited. They went
But
on that
was
crazy
it really
run.
the chair?
They went on a crazy run. No, they
Who
started
gives
playing.
a shit?
They figured out what
Mike
they needed
Wood's
to do.
gonna
They
turn
started
around and be
denying
like,
the ball. They started playing half-court press, denying the ball. Penn State
Mike
sucks.
Woodson's going to turn around and be like, you know what? I'm not stepping down. You're going to have to buy me out.
No, it's not. Trust me, he's gone. It ain't nothing else to it, but would be a great, great way to go out. Sneak in the tournament after everyone bailed out on you, and somehow win out for a 20-win season. Don't think they'll win out on the road though. Penn State plus 6. I can't. I want it to be 10 o'clock tomorrow, 10:30 tomorrow. We're not starting until 11.
I am betting Penn State money line too.
Great.
Ooh. He goes almost undefeated and he gets ballsy.
No, I just love that. He
could have been undefeated, but he bet another 6-point spread.
Whatever,
All
cry.
right.
I'll take a 7-1. I'll take
There you go.
7-1 all week.
That's the mentality I want from you. There you go.
Although it does suck having a little red on there. It's like, fuck, I should have just side bet this myself.
There you go. Well, I bet on Wisconsin. I didn't bet on them. I picked them. So I guess I'll have to get you back.
Yeah, I bet IU on fucking Sunday. When I told my dad, he about fucking had a heart attack. He was not happy with me.
Hell yeah, good.
I called him and he didn't pick up my fucking phone calls.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, they figured out what they had to do. Deny the ball, play some actual defense.
Purdue's just broken right now, too.
Did
But
all of
IU
you
did
guys
Penn State won
late
2 in a
game.
row. Penn State won 2 in a row.
Did all of you guys
Exactly,
lay
they're
the
feeling
points
good.
with Memphis?
No.
No, I wrote down Rice plus 13.
Yeah, I did.
Because I have another outright dog that's. I mean, Maryland Eastern Shore is going to beat North Carolina Central.
What do you want? Do you want Rice or Eastern Shore?
Rice, please.
Feels like Rice is better for the odds.
Elliot, what do you got?
George Mason minus 13.5.
Yes.
Right there by Troy.
My dog. Oh.
All right. Northern Iowa wasn't on DraftKings, so I had to do this on Bovada plus 1260.
What was Huffer's? Northern Iowa. Wait, what was yours?
Penn State.
Oh, you kept it? I thought you were changing it.
Yeah, keep it. He said it is his favorite. I won't. I'm not gonna knock him off it.
Dude, you know how if we hit all 3 legs and that Penn State one loses, it's going to be insufferable tomorrow for you, Trevor. He is not going to let you live it.
If you bet a 4-leg parlay and you don't round robin it, you are a bad gambler.
Trevor, I did say I feel like you could probably find a better line for IU live, but you're fucked, buddy. I can't wait for tomorrow.
Wait, that's fine. Hey, I bet them. I hate IU, but I still am indifferent. I do bet them, but this is just not the spot.
You guys might have gone over this earlier, but why is Kentucky only laying 2.5 at Oklahoma?
Because they suck on the road and Oklahoma's figuring it out.
Figuring it out? They beat Mississippi State. They're fucking ass. They're figuring it out.
Back-to-back road game for Kentucky. Kentucky's won 2 road games. Kentucky's won 2 road games.
If it was 5.5. If it was 5.5, I would be like, whoa, this line is very telling. 2.5?
They lost 5 in a row, and you win 1 game at home against Mississippi State where you're catching the same number, which we bet. I was on Oklahoma because they lost that. They're figuring it out?
Dude, everybody's going to bet Kentucky at this number, and it's already come down.
Was it 3.5?
You give 2
Kentucky. Lamont Butler and Jackson Robinson back.
Okay, they still got to work back into game shape and making shots.
Nah, bro, Oklahoma's ass.
We'll find out tomorrow, won't we?
They got their outright win at home against Mississippi State.
We'll find out. If
Auburn,
this is at Kentucky, it's different.
I'm being asked by the chat. My thoughts on Auburn Ole Miss. Chris Beard is a dog. Auburn wins by 10, 9, 10.
Yeah, I said 8 or 9.
They got to be a little bit vanilla. I mean, I'm sure that Auburn doesn't actually care about the SEC tournament, but a little bit vanilla.
Oklahoma.
They haven't looked good at home in a minute. We'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. You just said that Kentucky's not a good team really on the road. It should be an easy win.
They're not. No, they're not.
Huff. Who would be another one? Who would be another one?
Jackson Robinson back though.
Who cares? He hasn't played in like 4 games.
Yeah, he can show up at any point in time and be the best player in college basketball.
We'll find. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Pause.
You saw Jackson Robinson play last year, and you think Cooper Flagg is better. You saw Jackson Robinson play with 4 white staples, and you think that Cooper Flagg as a white staple is better? I feel like that's debatable, and because of that, I think Jackson Robinson is way better than what he's getting credit for right now.
I never said he was bad. He missed 4 games. He's been out damn near 2 weeks. Lamont Butler's hurt, and he came back, got hurt again right away. So who knows how fully healthy he is.
But Jackson Robinson
Kentucky only laying 2.5 against a bad Oklahoma State team who just got their first win, probably a free bet. They're just giving us free money.
If it was Oklahoma State, I would actually understand, but it's Oklahoma.
Yep.
Lloyd Noble is nothing like Gallagher Iba.
We'll find out.
Agree on that. And Porter Moser's cooked. He's cooked. He's gonna be like,
it's Kentucky coming in. If you guys don't think this place will be lit and that team will be ready to play,
you know they're about to pick a new pope, right?
Cool.
Thank God. That Pope's dick.
My vote's going for Mark. I don't know about you guys, but out of all the popes that I've actually witnessed in my life, I feel like I should vote for Mark Pope as pope.
Sure, I'm not Catholic. I didn't know we were even getting a new pope.
What the hell does a pope do anyway? Nothing.
Just kind of stands around.
I won't comment on stream what a pope does.
He wants to say he fucks kids, but he's not.
All right, let's talk about one more game then. Sucking. Yeah, you're fucked. Fuck Oklahoma. They suck. What else are you on,
They're
Trevor?
so bad. Oklahoma is so bad.
Are you
I
on
don't
Texas or
understand.
Arkansas?
Yeah, so Kentucky minus 2.5 is probably free.
Are you on
Probably
Texas
free.
or Arkansas? Dude, that's
I'm not betting that. I'm not betting that. I hate
that.
the number. It opened Arkansas 5.5. I picked Arkansas, but I'm not going to bet it. They can't afford losses right now. Texas not good on the road. I picked Arkansas. Definitely not betting it. I hate that line.
It's an easy bet.
I'm on Arkansas. Easy.
Hal's going to the tournament. Gustavo Fring is not going to the tournament.
I don't think Arkansas's in. They're last 4 in right now. If they lose again, now they just get pushed back out.
Yeah, but if
Yeah,
they beat
and
Texas,
they'll play IU in Dayton. Cal gets finally gets since he hid behind wanting to play at neutral sites the whole time instead of campus sites in that rivalry. Gets to play IU again in the tournament.
I do feel like there's a chance to bet the Jackson Robinson rebounds. For what you said, Trevor, based on, it's going to take him a few games to get back into shape, but he knows how to stand by the basket and catch the ball, right? I feel like his rebound number might be set a little bit low because he hasn't played.
See it. Well, shall we?
Let's shall.
All right.
We appreciate you guys.
Yep. And then the
I'm gonna hit the Jeff Hardy for coming back to WWE tonight. Let's go, the Hardy boys. Come on. Go.
The NWO pregame show was pretty good. I will give you guys credit. Huff, you did a great job. Trev, thanks for coming on. I will say Caps. I always do
Tuesdays and Fridays are the only days I can do.
Like
those are the only days I do.
The fact that Caps' sleeves were so short, you could see his biceps. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
that's why he hits those underdog parlays. It's the push-ups.
Nash, Hogan, and Hollywood, or Nash, Hogan, and Hall were there tonight. So for life. All right, let's call it. Good shit, boys.
All right.
Thanks,
Again,
you guys.
Google Doc sheets in the comments, and then I'm going to pin it under the video for here also. So
go look at my fire ass day.
Let's go. Boys are hot. I was only 10-9, but your boy still is at 60 units on the year. So come on, I'm feeling good. All the fellas feeling good.
13-3 today.
Let's go.
Can't wait till you guys come to DC to a hockey game and you can bet while you're sitting in your seat. It's going to be great.
I can't wait. All right. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow. Like and subscribe to Pump Fake Pod. Follow us on Twitter, Pump Fake Pod. And we may be launching a TikTok here soon too as well. So stay tuned for that.
What?
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Chinatown?
TikTok. We're going to be famous. We're going to start doing dances like this and stuff and be like, Tennessee plus 10.5.
And I heard earlier from Moneyline Macintosh that the Long Island Sharks won't win.
Yeah, everybody loves that.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm in the stream. Peace and love, everyone.
Toodles.
That's what he says.